What's good? Hello, everyone. Hey, 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 hey. What's going on, folks? Heathen saying hi to Corey. Tatted saying hi to Corey. Heathen saying hi to Alan. And I'm saying hi to all you guys. What's going on, Heathen, Alan, Luis? How you guys doing? Tatted, Corey in the house. How you guys doing tonight? Mystic, Pixie, CJ, Mystic. I already said Mystic. Whiskey, Ogden, Lady Heart, Big Chris. What's going on, everybody? Rosa in the house. Carol in the house. Ryan in the house. How's everybody doing today? We did. We won Virginia. We did it. But, I mean, did y'all really have any doubts? Yeah, Shelby, I just started. Did y'all really have any doubts about that? Like, really? No, of course you did. Oh, don't get worried. I'm just late all the time. Etta, hey, how's it going? Oh, the first time chat over there. Etta, what's going on? Yeah, no, I'm just late sometimes. I'll be straight up with you guys like today. Like, I don't even know, like, is this time change kicking the shit out of anybody else, man? I am. I'm on BPT. I'm on CPT. I'm on all of it. Okay. This time change is just whooping my butt. I feel like I have not caught up yet at all, man. Like I went to work and I went to the gym and I left the gym and I was just like, man, I don't want to like move. I just want to go curl up on the couch, man. I don't want to do anything. Yeah, it's that stupid time change, man. It's that like seasonal like depression that you get. Like I literally was just like, I don't want to get off my couch. I just want to sit on my couch and not move. I feel like that yesterday. I feel like that today. Just struggle busting, man. I'm sure give it a few weeks. I'll catch up a bit. I'll start feeling a little better, you know? Give it a give it a few weeks. I'm sure I'll adjust. I don't know. I can't adjust to like it gets hard to adjust to like, it getting dark at noon or whatever the hell it gets freaking dark now these days, man. This part's the season, right? But that's okay. At least we have each other here, right? Always good to have some entertainment, some community. All that stuff is great stuff to have, especially when the seasonal kicks in and it gets kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. I think it's important. You can tell by my hair. I was gonna throw a hat on. I don't know. I was feeling it. I was like, hair doesn't look too bad today. You know. So if it's looking all right, I go with it. What's going on, y'all? I need extra hours some days. I need extra hours most days. I am just go 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 go. What's going on, Vicky? My barber needs to be fired. My barber just does what I tell him to do. Now it looks better. Is that better? Oh, you guys can't see that. Only some of y'all can see that. It's funny. Thank you so much, Buzz King. I appreciate that. Most ridiculous freaking gift. Yep. And we got all the breaking news coming in right now. Democrat Abigail Spanberger wins Virginia's governor race, becoming the state's first female governor. Can we get W's in the chat for Abigail Spanberger and W's in the chat for Virginia? Huge W's in the chat for Abigail and for Virginia. Absolutely huge. You know what? Like I said, the day might be a little down with the time change, but man, that's some great news. That's enough to get anybody in a good mood, huh? That's enough to get anybody in a good mood. Absolutely huge. Gotta love it. Do we have any? I don't think we have any news out of California yet, do we? I made sure. I'll tell you what. I called. I don't know if I told you this or not. I called my mom in California, right? And I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm just doing my part, right? Which I hope all of you guys did too. And you called your loved ones and your family in California, and you were like, "Hey, make sure you get a yes on 50. Make sure you vote yes on 50, right?" And so I called her to tell her that. She's like, "Son, my vote's already in. I already mailed in, and I told all your aunts and uncles." And I pretty much called them over with their ballots to make sure they filled it out right, and they sent theirs in too. And I was like, you know what? I knew I got it from someplace, you know? I knew I got it from someplace. She was like, sit your ass down. We're filling out ballots. Mom, Donnie, I haven't heard any word out of New York yet either. I haven't heard results out of New York, and I have not heard results out of Cali. I don't expect to hear. I don't expect to hear out of California by the time the lie is over. But I do expect to hear out of New York. New York closes at 9 Eastern. Yep. So that should be about an hour from now, right? Should get some word out of New York. So that'll be exciting. So hopefully we can do some breaking news out of here. And yeah. Paulie, can you check out PA, please and thank you? The election in PA? New Jersey Democrats are leading? Yeah, I can take a look. Polls close at 8. So they're closing right now. Yeah, they should be closing right now. So we should get some info out of there too. Yep, polls just closed in PA 7 minutes ago. So we should get some info on that too soon. So, yep. Like you said, should get lots of breaking info and some good fun out of tonight. Democrats just winning. Just winning. You know. Just winning. Yeah, again, 3 hours until California. I will not be on in 3 hours. So you got me for about 2.5, most likely, depending on how it goes. But you're not going to get me for 3. But we will stop and we will break conversation as we get breaking news. Yep, as we get breaking news, we will get breaking information, and I will key in and let you guys know anything I see that's going on, which is pretty awesome. All right. Paulie, I look like a Puerto Rican? You said I look like a Puerto Rican? Well, I do get my hair cut almost exclusively by Puerto Ricans. Almost exclusively. So maybe that's why. I got the flare going on over here. All right, well, let me go ahead and load this thing up over here. As you guys see, I'm back on my main account over here. Looks like I got some people over there in the Twitchy side of live. So that's pretty cool. Really excited about that. Hopefully glad to be moving up that platform. I'm starting to work on the platform there. Well, that's just really pretty. Let's pin that for a second. I don't got long, but I'm gonna pin that for a second. All right, there we go. Let's open up these lines. Let's open up this guest request box. Let's open up all the fun stuff. Seeing nothing in my guest request box, we'll open up the phone lines and start there. Ogden, thank you so much for the gifted membership. We got the one gifted from Ogden. Going out there to Bryce today. Big W's in the chat for that, for the gifted, starting out the live with a little gifted action. Gotta love that. Can we get some W's in the chat for Ogden? That is absolutely some awesome stuff. That's some really great stuff. Thank you so much, Ogden. I appreciate that. That's very, very sweet of you. I don't know why I just zoned out there. I'm telling you, I'm out of it today, y'all. I am out of it today. I am building up. We're getting there. I am out of it today. So we're gonna hold in. But thank you so much, Ogden. I really do appreciate that. That was very sweet. All right. Phone lines are open. Guest request box is open. All the fun stuff is open. So if you support Trump, if you still support Trump for some reason, that's the way you can get to me. You can get to me through either my guest request box or my phone line. Doesn't really matter to me. We can go from there. No, I'm gonna keep bullshitting and checking out freaking other stuff to see what's going on. I don't care. I did also hear that the Senate is apparently making some headway on reopening up the government. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. It sounds like Thune is ready to give some concessions. That's what I'm hearing. After Donald Trump's disastrous 60 Minutes interview. After his disastrous interview. Did anybody actually watch the interview besides me? You know what? That's the crazy part. Somebody put in there, MTG has been less unhinged. That's neat. That is really crazy. That somehow that Donald Trump has gotten so bad that I'm agreeing with MTG. Isn't that wild? You counted on me for the Cliff Notes? Okay. Let me see if I can remember all the Cliff Notes. Donald Trump doesn't know who he pardons. Okay. He has no clue. All right. Apparently, Mamdani is a communist, and he is supporting completely as much as he can Andrew Cuomo. All right. Everything bad is still Joe Biden's fault. Okay. And everything good, whether or not that good thing is true or not, is Donald Trump. Tracking so far? Inflation is gone. He's eradicated inflation. Right? And everything bad that's happened, the shutdown, that's Biden. Immigrants, that's Biden. Mamdani, that's also Biden's fault. Biden is simultaneously the biggest, the worst president, didn't know where he was at, wasn't even running the government, right? Had no idea where he was at, and yet also somehow so coherent that he did everything against what Trump wanted. So he did everything and also nothing at the same time. Biden is an actual superhero. Hello? That's pretty much sums up the interview. Hello, how are you?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 19.
It's
I'm older.
Do you pay bills or no?
Well, I'm going to trade school, but I still...
So you like still live with mom and dad?
No, just I'm renting.
Renting from your mom and dad?
No, my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate, but all right. Well, why do you still support Trump?
Well, actually, I don't support Trump. I think he's a failure. You know, I used to support him, but not anymore. I think he's a horrible president right now. But I just want to get your opinion. Like, why don't you support him? And I want to see if we could agree on. Well,
it sounds like we already agree.
Well, no, I just want to know because we may have different reasons why we don't support Trump.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like find a difference with you, man. That's not my goal here. I'm not
Like,
here
I think
to. I don't want to go through every single policy agenda from every part of the president and then just find out if we can disagree on something.
well, no, I
That's
mean,
completely pointless. If you agree that Donald Trump sucks, then we don't have anything else to talk about.
well, I guess, but I don't know. Like, I think $12 billion to Israel is horrible. You know?
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Man, I thought we were gonna, have a discussion, but I guess, I guess we agree. But I don't know. We may disagree on other stuff, but I guess.
Sir, I'm again. The point of this platform is not to just see if we can argue about something. Okay.
I know it.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's what you sound like you're trying to do right now, right? And I'm not trying to do that with you. Okay. You think Trump is a horrible, disgusting person and not good for the country, and so do I. So there's no reason. So there's absolutely. So there's absolutely no reason for us to have any other kind of conversation except for, hey, I'm glad that you agree and you can live here, with your eyes open also, and I hope that you keep doing that. Sound good?
And Democrats either they're horrible too. I think
Sure, whatever you say, man. That's totally fine. All right. So have a wonderful day, okay?
You too, man.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what we thought was going to happen there. Like, why don't I sit here and argue with you? Let's see if we can find something to disagree on. What's up? Hello? All right. Little slow start to the live. That's okay. That happens from time to time. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
It must be all the Democratic winning in elections that has been happening today, and all the Democrats are, all the Republicans are a little scared. That's okay. We'll get there. We always get there. Virginia has scared them off to start the live. Oh. Imagine if the auto pin was still present, it would have knocked us back 50 years. Donald Trump signed stuff with auto pin. And also doesn't know what he's signing. Anyways, we'll just wait and see what happens. Like I said, very strange. You did that last night and tonight. Usually live, like I get called, like my calls start off really, really quickly. But last night and tonight, we've been a little slow. Wonder what's going on. I wonder, you know what it is? You know what I bet you it is? It's all the Republicans that just lost their EBT. Now they don't want to, they don't want to hang out anymore. All the Republicans lost their EBT. Let TikTok calls up. There's no one there. Okay? No one's there. Yeah. They had to stop paying for their cell phone bills so they could pay for their food. I kind of feel bad for them. Yeah, I said I had this. There's this viral post I was going through. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah, oh my gosh, it was crazy. So this is a viral post that I found. It was wild. This lady was posting in. It was on Reddit, I believe. Oh, now you want to say it. Just when it says like you're ready. You better be good. Hello?
Polly.
Yeah?
I just have to say, I'm 60, DC. Listen, I love you and Ari. I know you guys don't like compliments, but I just have to say I love you guys for dog walking y'all cater every night. That's all.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I love you guys. I'm addicted. I just since you weren't getting any calls, I've got to call him and tell him you guys do a wonderful job. So
well, I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Keep it up.
All right.
Because I'm in DC. I'm in DC, so I live this. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Take
Have a good
care.
day. All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. So this lady on Reddit, that was very sweet. Debbie's a chat for caller. This lady on Reddit, this like viral thing was going through. And it said, I'm going to read you the story before I'm going to turn off my phone calls for a sec because I do want to read this for a sec. And then I'll go back to phone calls. Said, I'm so anxious about this whole government shutdown. My husband's a veteran using his GI Bill for school, which that's affected, and we get food stamps since I'm disabled and he's in school. We have 2 kids, one is 2, and we're waiting to get her tested for autism. She's a picky eater. I've tried other foods, but in the end, I give up because I don't want any more screaming. My 6-month-old is starting purees. Yes, we get WIC, but still, I don't know how we're going to pay for rent, let alone our other bills and get food. I do cook everything from scratch, and I've been adding rice, beans, or noodles to stretch it out. I'm just at my wits' end and overwhelmed. Plus, we're almost out of formula. He asked his mother to buy a can until our WIC comes in. Her response was, "We voted for this." And like I went through a lot when I read that the first time because I was like, oh, that's actually like really sad. And then that last line of like her response is, "We voted for this." And so like I had to go into like the comments, right, to like see like what people were saying about it, right? Because I was just really curious. And there was a comment in there. The first one that I really liked, it said, the fact that her mother-in-law's response was, "You voted for this," tells us that the poster and her husband both had a lot to say about how Trump was going to save America from whatever. Probably a lot of gloating when Trump was reelected. Mom didn't forget. And I was like, yeah, you're like straight up on that one. Like that mom was like, hey, the mom's probably telling him like, hey, you know, you get your kids formula and Donald Trump is trying to take that away, right? It just crazy. This comment was even wilder. So someone commented and said, "Boiled bootstraps and beans can make an exceptional soup." And then someone else posted on there said, "It's an especially good soup when paired with a tall glass of your own medicine." And I was like, God damn. Like, and it's just like I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was just like, yeah, boiled bootstraps was wild. But I was like, I feel bad for the kids, right? Like, I feel bad for the kids. I do. I truly do feel bad for the kids. I don't think that any kid should have to go hungry or anything like that. Tracy, thank you so much for the membership, by the way. I want to toss that up there. Thank you so much. No kid should go hungry. I think that's absolutely horrific. All right. But it was also kind of like, well, yeah, you did put yourself in this situation. It's not like everyone didn't exactly tell you like exactly that this was going to happen. Right? Like, I don't feel bad for the parents at all. And you know what? That mom, and here's what I probably, and here's what's actually crazy, right? Here's what I was thinking about too, right? So I bet you that mom, even though that mom, you know, said that to, you know, like, hey, I'm not going to buy, like, this is what you voted for, right? I bet you that mom still bought like that can of formula for that kid. You know? I bet you that mom still did it because it sounds like her mom is on the left and so probably doesn't want the kids to suffer in general. Right? Like, and so like, because of the way that the left thinks, they don't want suffering or unnecessary suffering from people, period, right? So they still probably got the formula, right? But I do like kind of be like, I am kind of like, well, you know, like, good job, mom. Or, you know, like, let her know, like, I'm going to get this so your kids don't starve. But at the same point, like, this is on you. You know? Like, this is on you. There was one comment on there. I didn't even add it to there, but it was someone commented on there and I had to screenshot this when it said, "Why does she need formula anyway? She should be breastfeeding like a good little trad wife." And I was like, damn. I was like, damn. Is that a trad wife thing? They're not supposed to buy formula? I'm not too keyed in on the trad wife like thing. So I'm not real sure. Dude, people on Reddit are ruthless. People on Reddit are ruthless. People on wild. Anyways, I got one more. I actually got something else I'll show you guys, which is actually hilarious since we're not getting any culture now. But if you still support Trump for whatever reason that could be, you can reach me by joining the guest request box. Well, guest request box that way, that way, over there, or you can call the number that's above my head or over to the right over here. I'm actually kind of wondering if that has gotten like. Anyways, not important. Yeah, that's a great way that you can call in and we can have a conversation about why you still support Trump. So that's very cool. And we got a $10 fast sheet. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Said, hey, Polly, I have a serious question. Do you agree with banning all adult entertainment industry and OnlyFans to reduce the number of creeps and PDFs we have in this country and protect women's rights? Absolutely not. I don't agree with that whatsoever. No. I don't agree with that in the slightest. I think if we got rid of that, it would actually add to the creeps. Right now, the creeps have an outlet. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
38.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Of course.
All right, can you hold on real quick?
Sure.
Yeah. Crap. I hit the wrong thing. I'll repeat that again. Sorry, I was trying to mute the caller real quick, but he left anyway. What I was saying was, as long as the women aren't being trafficked, all the women are, there on their own accord and they're here, and they're doing it on their own, then they should be more than welcome to do whatever they want in order to do that type of stuff. I see absolutely no issue with that whatsoever. So no, I don't think that this would help the problem. I think it would actually make the problem worse. I clicked the wrong button. It happens. There's two buttons that look exactly the same. So anyway, yeah, that's my opinion on that. I don't think that it should be banned whatsoever. But thank you. I really appreciate the super chat and great question. I don't know. We had a caller. I was ready to talk to him. I guess I don't know why MAGA's attention span isn't very long. I guess I was just like, hey, can you hold on for 20 seconds? But I guess they can't. They can't handle that type of stuff. But thank you so much. And VJ, thank you so much for the super sticker for $3. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
What's up? How you doing?
Doing great. How old are you?
22.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I mean, I support him, but I didn't vote for him.
Who'd you vote for?
You're gonna think I'm joking.
I'm probably not.
Kanye.
Yeah, I don't think you're joking at all.
But I mean, I support him.
Kanye?
I mean, I think honestly, the two candidates were not that great, but I think Trump is doing the right things right now. I think some things could be done differently, though.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that could be done differently, the
Mainly-
right thing.
Mainly
the right thing would be pretty
ICE
cool.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's really my only criticism.
ICE is your only criticism of Donald Trump?
I mean, I think there needs to be deportations, but the way they're going about it is wrong.
Sir, inflation is back up to the high levels. Yo, can you keep that thing like still for a second?
Talking to me?
Yeah, your microphone is like just making all the noise.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
Is that better?
Yes. Yeah, but like worst job numbers in 4 years, freaking sending a whole bunch of money to other countries, literally doing like
Oh, you're
horribly
talking about the
economically.
currency swap with Argentina?
The currency swap with Argentina, you mean giving them money?
Yeah, I mean, they gave pesos back.
They give some pesos back for the second 20 billion.
I mean, we're
How about the
helping
money?
their economy
How about the money to
not
all the
crash.
rest of the countries?
We're helping their economy not crash.
Okay, well, hey,
And
if
it's
you're
not like we were just freely giving the money. Like we got some
did.
in return.
No, we got some for the second part in return, not the first part. Okay, and not near what it is. And I'm sorry, I thought we were America first, but hey, you know that's totally
No,
fine.
I
If
mean,
you're-
I agree with that. I think
Obviously not, sir. Donald Trump has the economy, the entire U.S. government shut down while he's giving money to Argentina. Definitely not America
I
first.
mean, I don't think he's responsible for the shutdown if it's Democrats that voted no 14 times.
So have Republicans. They've also voted no 14 times.
Four Republicans voted no.
No. So every single time the Democrats have voted against the spending bill, the Democrats also had a spending bill that the Republicans voted no on.
That's a lie. Democrats have said that they voted no because they want
They voted no on the
whatever for
Republican
healthcare.
bill.
They want health care.
Sir,
to get,
there's two bills. There's one the Democrats are trying to pass, and there's one the Republicans are trying to pass.
The CR is not like two separate bills. It's one.
No,
it's
the one
one thing.
CR is one bill.
yeah, and the CR is what's preventing the government from being back open.
Sir, listen to what I'm saying, okay?
I know, I'm listening.
Okay, the Republicans are putting a CR up, okay? At the same time that first CR was shot down by the Democrats, okay? The Democrats had their own CR, and they said, hey, we'll vote for this one right here, and the Republicans can just sign off on this one, and the government will also open back up. And the Republicans voted no for that CR.
So how did they vote no?
Because the bill was presented, all the Democrats voted yes on that one, and the Republicans voted no on that one.
What was the name for the CR that they voted no for?
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, how convenient that you've never heard of it.
No, I
You do
haven't.
realize that the Republicans
I've
can
really
pat-
never
you-
heard that from anybody. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's
Also, I'm pretty sure
You-
jobs are
you-
fine and inflation's not up.
You do realize that the Republicans don't need a single Democrat vote to pass this also, right?
It needs to be 2/3.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
2/3 for what?
For the Senate.
No.
Yes.
That's just that's not right on any on anything. I mean, unless you're trying to like change the the actual full-time rules of the Senate, or trying to pass I think that's 3/4 for a constitutional Congress.
There needs to be Democrats to vote yes to
Incorrect.
reopen the government.
Incorrect.
Like I know Trump said or whatever that it's like the president's fault or whatever, but I mean it's kind of just speaking out of his ass like he always does.
No, sir, that's all fine. Okay. The
But
Republicans,
the Democrats
John,
initially were responsible for the shutdown.
no, John Thune at any point in time can go into the Senate, get rid of the filibuster for that bill, and pass the bill with 50 votes, 51 votes.
With like the nuclear option or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how it's so nuclear. They did it in September.
I mean, if they did do it, y'all would be claiming like abuse of power though now.
We did.
So that's what you want to happen again?
Well, hold on, sir. So they did it in March, right? They did it in September, but now all of a sudden they can't do it for this one?
I mean, yeah.
Please explain to me how they've already done it multiple times this year, right? They've done it multiple times this year, and now somehow on this specific case, it's a problem.
Because they need Democrats to vote yay.
Sir, Listen to what I am saying. They put in a bunch of Donald Trump's nominees for his cabinet. Okay. They changed the rules in order to only need 51 votes in order to put them in. Okay. They've done it multiple times this year with 51 votes on votes that normally required 60. Okay. This is no different. John Thune can change it, go with the nuclear option, get rid of the filibuster, and open up the government with 51 votes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be 60 votes, not 51.
Can you really not like keep track of this conversation?
No, I'm trying to keep track, but you're kind of just,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know where you're getting that information from. I'm pretty sure you need 60 votes and Democrats are voting no,
I
preventing that
just
CR from
explained
being
it to you
passed.
like 4
Therefore,
different
preventing
times,
the
dude.
shutdown.
There's only so long I'm going to explain it to you. Okay? The Republicans can remove the filibuster for singular actions. Okay? Like Donald Trump said, it's called the nuclear option. Okay? They've already done it multiple times this year.
So is that what you were saying with the second CR or whatever?
No, that
Like,
was a
that's just-
whole different conversation.
I feel like that was a lie. The second CR. I don't.
You
think
can
that's
think
a
whatever
thing
you
that
want, sir.
exists.
Can you try to keep track of this conversation? I don't think we should be going back. You can't hang on to this one.
Well, I thought you were talking about the same thing. So I mean, yeah, they could use the nuclear option, but I mean, you're just going to claim abuse of power if they do that.
Gotcha. So you are saying that Republicans can open up the government whenever they want without a singular Democratic vote.
Yes, but there would have
Okay.
to be a lot of like things that go into that. And then
Like what?
After that, y'all would, all the Democrats would claim abuse of power,
Sir,
even though it's literally preventing the government from being shut down and allowing families to go fed or like to the EBT recipients to get their benefits back.
so gotcha. So you could do it without the Democrats, but it's the Democrats' fault. That's all I was just getting to, okay?
I mean, why are Democrats voting no though? Like, is it just because they're doing it in spite of Trump and they're letting these families go hungry because they're mad
By
that
the
the
way,
health
I'm
care
putting up
doesn't
this,
want to get extended?
By the way, I'm putting on the screen this Senate appropriations bill that the Democrats try to push that the Republicans all blocked.
Yeah, but that's not the CR, and that's not what's preventing the government from opening back up.
It literally is.
How?
Sir, do you
I
know
can
what's a
barely see
CR?
that, by the way.
That's fine. I don't need you to see it at all. Okay. Do you know what a CR is?
A continuing resolution
Okay, a continuing resolution for what?
to allocate funds for the like
To
extension.
appropriate funds. Okay. This is an appropriation. Okay. Making
That's really
continuing
blurry.
appropriations for the fiscal year ending in September 30th, 2026, and for other purposes.
Can you full screen it or like zoom in?
No, you can just research yourself, dude. I'm really not like trying to like teach you on the screen.
Okay, what's the name of it then?
I don't freaking know, dude.
It's
I
right
can go
there.
through the
is
whole
it
thing.
not?
There you go. It's right there.
Can you say it?
No.
I can't read it. It's
I
blurry.
don't care.
So why can't you say it?
Sir, go read the bill. Why can't you go read a bill?
Just what is it called so I can look it up? That's what I'm asking.
Dude, I don't freaking know what it's called. Division A Appropriations Act 2026. Continuing Appropriations Act 2026. Democrat Senate bill dated on what I was talking about.
Is that
119th
Congress
Congress,
that
first
does?
session, Senate of the United States, introduced by Mrs. Murray.
All right, bet. Give me one sec. Is that congress.gov?
Sir, this is the actual PDF from it. I pulled it off the Senate Committee for Appropriations. Sir, I don't want to sit here while you go look up the bill. You said, sir,
I can
that
talk
that
here.
wasn't even for you. That was just for the chat to see that when you said I was lying that there wasn't a bill, I want to show them the bill. Okay? If you want to go look up the bill and go research what you didn't know and you just called me a liar on, then go get off the live and go do it.
I'm just saving it for later.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, like, do you want to talk about the why you said where inflation's up and jobs are down?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because if you can't handle the fact that that Republicans could easily pass this bill on their own, after I explained to you for 3 or 4 times, whatever it was, and you still couldn't get it, then I don't think
Wait,
there's
hold
really.
on. That bill you just
then-
showed was
sir.
passed on September 19th.
Okay, cool. Then why is the
So, like,
government
what-
shut down?
Because the bill the CR that happened this month.
Sir,
was the
that
one
bill
that
funded the
shut down.
government through through September of 2026. If that bill
So,
passed, then
yeah,
how in
that
the
bill
hell
passed.
does it? If that bill
Exactly,
passed,
that bill
then why
passed,
would
and
we
then
need a
there's
CR?
The other CR is what's causing the shutdown and what caused.
Sir,
what the
if you
Democrats
pass
voted no on.
if you pass an appropriations bill, you don't need a CR. A
So
CR
why
is
did-
in
why did
place.
the Democrats?
Sir,
why is the
sir,
government shut
sir,
down right now?
A CR is in place.
Hold on. Tell me
Uh,
why the government shut down then if that got passed.
It didn't.
It literally said it got passed on September 19th.
By the Appropriations Committee.
So tell me how that bill caused the government to get shut down.
Sir, do you know what the Appropriations Committee is and the Senate is?
Why are you acting dumb? Like I just caught you in a lie. Is that why you didn't want to say
Sir,
the
do you know what the
name of it?
Appropriations Senate the Senate
Is that why you
Appropriations-
didn't want to say the name of it?
Sir,
I
you
mean,
know what
just
the-
answer that.
I'm trying to, sir. Do you know what the Senate Appropriations Committee is?
Enlighten me.
No, do you know what it is? Yes or no?
Enlighten me.
Yes or no, or I'm kicking you off the live.
No.
All right, awesome. Okay. The Senate Appropriation is a committee, okay, that comes before it goes to the main floor of the Senate, right? So it can pass in committee, that doesn't make it law, okay? What you're seeing is that it passed committee, okay? It didn't pass on the Senate floor, so therefore it didn't become law, so therefore it didn't fund the government.
So the bill wasn't passed, is what you're saying?
Correct.
No, it literally says it was passed on September 19th, 2025.
Okay, where does it say that?
I looked it up, and that's what it said.
Yeah, you looked it up where?
It says right here,
On where?
the bill passed the House of.
Sir,
on
do you know what a
September
website
19th,
is?
2025, By a vote of 217
sir,
yeas to 212
Sir,
nays.
do you know what? Sir, do you know what a
That's the
website
office
is?
of the clerk,
Office of the Clerk of what?
house.gov.
House.gov. So I gave you a Senate bill and it passed the House.
So you're saying it didn't pass the Senate?
Gotcha. So apparently I gave you a Senate bill that somehow passed the House of Representatives. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that the
I'll give
the
you that one,
Senate
man.
is where the Democrats voted no on it. Or is that wrong?
Oh my God, this is such a fucking joke. How old did you say you were?
I'm 22.
Oh. What do you do for a living?
I'm a welder.
You're a welder? We need welders. That's good. We can always use good welders.
So I mean, like, did it not pass in the Senate where Democrats voted no?
Sir, it did not pass in the Senate. There was no appropriations bill from either side that passed in the Senate. If there was an appropriations bill that passed in the Senate by either side, then we wouldn't need a CR. Okay? A CR is a band-aid short-term fix in place of an appropriations bill. Okay? If you pass an appropriations bill, which I don't think we've passed an appropriations bill prior to, like, by the deadline in this country, which is actually supposed to be in like July, like in like 15 years.
So hold on, I just found like the breakdown of it in the Senate.
Sir,
it was,
sir.
It was 51 yeas with 2 being
Perfect.
Democrats,
Sounds great.
48 being Republicans,
Sounds great. Government's
And then
funded. We just
40
fixed it.
and then 45 nays with
Yep.
42 being Democrats
You're right.
and 2 being Republicans.
Nailed it. We fixed it.
So
Whole government's
it is
fixed.
the
We just figured it out.
Democrats. Like, I don't know why you're blaming the Republicans if it's literally the Democrats that voted no in the Senate.
Yep. You nailed it.
I mean, just tell me like why, like how is it the Republicans' fault?
Yeah. According to you,
because
it
of that.
passed. What are you talking about? It's no one's fault.
I just told you it passed the House, but not the Senate.
You just told me it passed the House 51 to 49.
No, that was the Senate.
Oh, so it did pass the Senate.
The House.
Because a
does
second
not
ago
have
you just told
100.
because a second ago you just told me the Senate didn't pass it, the House did.
It passed the House and then went to the Senate.
You just told me it passed 51 to 49.
In the House? I mean, I said in the House it was 217 yeahs to 212 nays. So it passed the House, but it didn't
That's
pass
the
the Senate.
CR. That's different.
So that bill you said isn't the CR?
No.
The continuing appropriations?
No.
So then how is this bill not being passed what's causing
Sir,
the
I don't
government
even
shutdown?
know what bill we're talking about anymore. Okay?
The continuing
I
appropriations.
truly have no idea what we are even talking about anymore. Okay? This is an absolutely crazy conversation. Okay? And I'm so done having it with
realize
you.
the continuing appropriations
Sir,
and the CR
sir,
is the
sir.
It's the
I
same
don't,
thing.
sir, I don't, I want you to listen, which is something that you have not done well this whole time. Okay? I don't know what we're talking about. This conversation has now bored me because I don't know what we're talking about, and I don't want to continue having it with you.
Okay, let me just break it down. real
Nope, I
quick.
do not want you to break it down. I don't want
The
to have it with
continuing
you.
appropriations.
I do not want
The
to
same
have.
thing.
All right, I do not want to have it with you. Okay.
They're the same thing. The
Okay, cool.
continuing
It's the same thing.
appropriations
You
and
win.
CR is
Okay.
the same
No,
thing.
sir, you won so much. I am so impressed with you. You are the smartest welder I have ever met in my life. Okay. You might come down from heaven to save us all. Okay. You are 100% right, and I am 100% wrong. You have just absolutely smoked me. Okay.
I just want you to tell me how it's
sir.
Republicans' fault.
I can't tell you anything. You are so much smarter than me. You win. Okay. Whatever I have to tell you
Dude,
to
I'm not
never
trying to win. I'm
Sir,
just trying to
whatever
figure out
I
what you're
have to
saying.
sir, whatever I have to tell you to make this conversation go away, I will tell you. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you you're pretty? You want me to tell you that you smell good? Like whatever. I will tell you. I will tell you
just say you were
whatever
wrong.
you want.
Like,
I was 100% wrong. I've already said that. I was 1,000% wrong. You were 100% right.
So then why are you spreading
Okay.
misinformation?
Yep, got it. That's all it is. I'm just spreading misinformation. That's it. Nailed it.
I mean,
You got me.
literally are.
You got me so good. You should do this instead of me. Actually, maybe I'll just leave. Here, watch this. I'll just put my headphones down.
Jesus,
okay,
man, you're
and
a
then you can
pansy.
you just tell everyone all the correct information. Okay, you got this.
You're such a twink, dude. Come on.
Let's give him a round of applause, guys. He's got the live now. Woo!
This guy's hilarious.
It's great. Good guy. Teach me something, man.
There you go. Now you're back.
Cool. Well, have a wonderful day. Okay.
Just say you were wrong, though.
I already did 3 times actually.
So, okay, why are you...
All right. Cool. I do not know how to describe what I just described to him any better than what I did. Okay. I truly do not know how to describe it any better. All right. I'm sorry. I did everything I could. All right. I did everything I could. I tried my hardest, okay? I really did. I tried my hardest. Okay. CJ, thank you so much for the $10. Says he doesn't seem to know much, Paul. He asked me if he knows whether he's a biscuit or a terracotta pot. Thank you so much, CJ. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I'm 32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
I don't know. I've called in on another guy's stream before and talked to him. He was from like Connecticut, white guy, and he's not a Trump supporter. But I just seen yours and said it was free to call, and so I figured I would ask you, what is the main thing that you are not supporting? Like, what I'm struggling to find what the Democrats or any side to anything, to any argument about anything. So,
So you just have DDS,
what is that?
Democrat
Like
derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement? Like Trump derangement?
No, Democrat derangement syndrome, where you just like obsess over everything with the Democrats.
No, honestly, like, so for me, everything that's happened, all my friends and people are like, yeah, presidents always say this, it's never going to happen. I've always have been on the opposite side of the spectrum, and I've said that this is all going to come into fruition, which it has, and I truly believe in the message, and I can't stand when people say like racism, the whole trans and gay thing, like, you can be whatever you want. Don't put it on other people. So I just want to know, like, is that the real battle? Is that the battle that we're gonna
So
face?
you
Like,
think that you should be able to be whoever you want, just don't put it on other people?
there's a lot more to it.
I'm just
I've been
asking. Is that
thinking
what
about
I
it
mean? That's
more
what you just said, right? I'm just clarifying. That's what you just said.
that is kind of what I'm going down the alley.
All right, awesome. So like,
that-
so like when Donald Trump says that we're actually a Christian nation, or tries to say that, like, we need to, Donald Trump's like cronies
We're
talk about
founded
being
on
part of
value.
we're not. But regardless of any of that, says that we need to hold to like these traditional like Christian values or these traditional family values and all that sort of stuff. And they're literally trying to force what other people, what they believe on other people, or in things like where,
Right.
Donald Trump like put in Supreme Court justices
I get
where
that.
where he literally freaking, took away women's healthcare rights and all stuff, literally forcing the values of other people onto
Okay.
people that don't believe those values. Then but you
understand.
seem to be totally okay with those sort of things, huh?
No. We
Oh,
are
okay.
all in America. We're all in America, okay? And you can believe whatever you want. And the thing is that whenever the news and the people don't, if there's a George Floyd or a Muslim attack or something like this or something like Palestine, the news is on it for years. But when there's people in Sudan and Christian communities and things, they want, and it's clear, the evidence is fact, okay? People can debate all they want.
Evidence is
but
not
I want-
fact. Evidence is evidence.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if people do their evidence and their own research more, besides relying on these news, even if you're Republican or Democrat, and you try to actually believe, and I believe in more like you can feel like what's right and wrong, like, and
Yeah,
I can't.
So you can feel what's right or wrong.
cope with the Dems, like. With
Yeah,
their
gotcha.
with
So,
the policies,
sir,
with
you're
the
jumping from like
policies.
thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, and it's like it's whatever. So you're saying you can tell what's right or wrong. That's what you're saying.
Kind of.
Kind
but
of?
I'm
Is it-
willing to like.
Hold on,
like,
sir.
like,
Can you
'cause I'm
tell
not
what's right or wrong or what's not? I'm confused.
I think most people can. They
Can
have a
you?
feeling deep down.
Can you?
Oh yes, yes.
All right, awesome.
I know when I do something is wrong.
So, like when Donald Trump, like, cheat on his first wife with his second wife with his third wife, a third wife with a porn star while she was pregnant, and then falsified business documents in order to pay off such porn star, and then did that in order to like deceive the American people. You think that that's right, and that's why you support him?
No.
When Donald
No, I
Trump
think there's a
defrauded
lot
a
more to
children's
it.
cancer charity, literally taking money away from children with cancer and putting it in his own pocket, you were like, that's good?
But what I'm trying to say to you is, like, I believe in. I don't listen to every single thing I hear and be like, oh, listen, I'm gonna go stand on the street in Portland and protest this, because without doing my due diligence and it's simple things, like simple facts.
Sir, what are you
And,
talking about? You're saying you know what's good. I'm asking you why you support Trump if you know what's good and yet he's doing all these horrific things.
I don't think what he's doing is horrific.
You
I
don't think
understand
sexually
where you're
assaulting
getting that
someone is
news from.
horrific?
Is that I think that he's suing every single, for tens of millions of dollars, news stations for putting out false accusations
Sir, that was proven in
might have won
court.
court. No, in court, yeah, but now it hasn't. And just like the Letitia James thing, where it's proven his property in Florida was only worth 18 million, but really it's worth 250 something million or something like that.
It
Like,
was never
how-
appraised above 30 million, and I'm not even talking about his
let's
properties.
look at all of the other ones. Let's.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
are
saying,
trying to look
like,
at all the other ones,
the
like
people-
again,
the
sir, where he
people
was
that
found to have
have
sexually
accused
assaulted
him-
someone.
like Adam Schiff and Letitia James, all these people that have accused him are getting prosecuted on their own things that they try to accuse him of.
You do realize that,
now
sir, you do realize that literally prosecutors are literally having to quit over and over and over because the Trump administration is trying to get them to prosecute these people and there's no evidence. And so these prosecutors are like prosecutors that Donald Trump put in, by the way, right? Prosecutors that Donald Trump put in, right, are quitting because they can't freaking prosecute someone on no evidence. And Donald Trump is having to pull people that literally have no prosecutorial experience, all right,
Right.
in order to put them in order to prosecute these cases because they're so bad.
Right, and I understand that you can move to America as an immigrant and go to college and become Ilhan Omar. But the thing is that
What
you
does that have to
cannot
do with the
change-
fuck I just said? Sir, can you stay on
No,
topic?
okay. because
hello,
you're only
are you
talking
there?
about bad things that Trump does.
You
okay?
said
Let's
that
talk
they are
about
being
democratic policy.
sir.
And-
You said these people are being prosecuted. I said, look at how they're being
They are.
prosecuted, and then you went immigrants. That has nothing to do with what we were talking
look how
about.
Trump was prosecuted. They go to these liberal cities, in the only the places he's prosecuted in is in these major liberal cities that
Like
they claim
Florida?
are red states. Yeah, that they claim are red states.
Like
when you
Tampa, Florida.
go- or New York, where a communist.
He was
got taken
indicted
over.
in Tampa, Florida.
and by a Biden appointed judge.
Nope.
So is that the one case where he wasn't? Because every other one was. I'm under this.
Sir, he was prosecuted in New York because he lived in New York and did the business in New York.
Yeah, and Letitia
They-
James.
they
is
didn't-
being
they didn't go-
prosecuted,
sir,
So
sir,
that court
sir,
case does
sir,
not matter.
Sir, they
He
didn't.
won.
Sir,
He's-
sir, they didn't go find a city. They just prosecuted him where he was.
Right. He has He lives in New York. He's from New York, but he has additional property in Florida. I get that.
Correct, and that's why those are the two places
why.
where he was prosecuted. He was prosecuted in New York, and he was prosecuted in Florida.
Yeah, it went to Florida, and but now, who is being charged with the thing that they're charged Trump with? The prosecutor, Letitia James, and no news coverage will cover that.
Yeah, they all are covering it to show that it's complete bullshit. Because
So, I
again,
just wanna know, though,
literally,
besides
because
going against
literally, like I said, prosecutors are quitting because they don't want to prosecute her because there is no evidence.
Okay, so let's just say there was another supreme leader, not Trump, that rose to power that didn't have dirt or whatever. Like,
Did you
all
just
these
call
people
Donald
wanna
Trump
say.
a supreme leader?
The Democrats have no one to bring to the plate for the next 20 years. Like, unless they falsely nominate their next appointee, like Kamala Harris, because the people didn't vote for her. But no one cares to talk about that either.
We can talk about that all you want, sir. I just want to know how long you've been in the liquor cabinet.
Not very much tonight.
Not very much tonight. Well, I think it might be a little bit more than what you thought.
No, I told you from the beginning. I want to know more about the
Sir,
policies.
you
and
can't even stay
from
on
different
topic.
sides.
Okay? You can't even
Well,
stay
there's
on
a lot-
topic,
There's
bud.
always a lot that your only topic is to talk bad about Trump. What topic are you sticking on? And
Sir,
then I'll
I
pick
would
one.
like to talk about any singular topic. Like, I don't care which singular topic you would like to.
This is the first
you would
time
like
I've
to
ever
talk about?
listened to your show or called it. I blew up your phone like 50 times until you answered, and this is it. This is what I've just been talking to you. I don't know what to talk to you. So if you want to talk
All
about
right, you
one
be
topic,
quiet. Shh. Hold on. New York
Okay.
election updates are coming in.
Okay.
It's 8 o'clock. Why is it not loading? Oh my God, it's not loading. I'll have to pull it up over here.
So is it Sawahi, Como, and Mandani?
Yeah, sure, all of that stuff. Where's it at? I was just seeing some election updates. Oh, I don't have the full stats. All right, I'll keep up with that. Anyways, do you have anything to talk about that's like that you can actually stay on topic on or no?
I mean, I could if you would name the main thing you guys talk about, I could go on that. I could talk about anything. I could talk about NASA. I can talk about anything.
You can talk about NASA?
Yeah, I mean the comet coming towards Earth, all that. And Chinese people said it changed direction more towards us. I can talk about the military pilots speaking on seeing these weird objects that from like legitimate people, like a lot.
It's only 36% of votes, but Mom Donnie is coming in hard. This as well. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the next caller because this is kind of wasted time.
That's
So
fine.
have a good day, okay?
Oh yeah, you have.
Woo! You know what? Seasonal depression hits all of us. Donnie is coming out hot, bro. He's coming in hot. We're gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that going for the rest of the evening. Just kind of have that nearby, in case we need it. All right, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'll be honest with you. I am about over tonight already. This has been like a ridiculous fucking live. This has been a ridiculous live. Like absolutely crazy. I don't even know why I'm here tonight. Jason, thank you so much for the $2. Says, love how most callers sound absolutely hammered. That was both of them. Both of them sounded hammered. It was absolutely crazy. And Ogden, thank you so much for the gifted. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're having a slow night tonight, but that's okay. Yeah, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys like to explore live videos, super chats, and all that fun stuff, so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Super chats, memberships, gift goals, pay links in the bio, all that fun stuff. Hello.
I've been waiting to get you on the phone, my friend.
That's weird. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
33.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
All right. Why would you do that?
Well, because he's closing the border.
Because he's closing the border. All right. And how does that affect you?
It has a macro effect on the nation. It affects me by improving the well-being of other people, giving them more jobs.
Jobs were at all-time highs under Biden, and unemployment rate was at an all-time low. And that is all swapped since then.
I don't trust those statistics. I trust my lived experience.
Gotcha. So again, it has nothing to do with the macro experience of the nation. It just has to do with how you feel. And you're telling me that you feel something. I'm very confused. You don't feel the macroeconomics, right? So how is it affecting you?
I see less people suffering under Trump.
You see less people suffering. Literally, we have SNAP benefits cut at this exact moment where people aren't being able to eat or feed their families. How is that?
I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong circles, but
You're in the wrong circle? I mean, yeah, I guess I would kind of agree on that. I just don't understand. You're telling me that
Is it-
that
is-
there's less suffering, but like, literally Donald Trump is ripping people's healthcare away from them.
He's taking whose healthcare?
Well, he's cutting healthcare for like 10 to 17 million people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who exactly?
Medicaid recipients, but that will also in turn make healthcare more expensive for a whole bunch of other people in the United States, right? And now, right now, the Democrats literally are, doing this whole thing with the government shutdown that's actually happening right now, and that's all happening because they're trying to keep healthcare lower for people, right? Because on average, the people that are on like the ACA would have an increase with their healthcare
Okay.
costs of like 114%.
Quick question.
Yeah, sure.
How do you rationalize, like, one thing that scares me about the Democratic Party is the debt. So, unfortunately, more strong measures can't be taken to, forcefully cut a lot of programs. But
What's going on, RE Raiders? How you guys doing over there on Twitch? I see you guys. What's going on? Donald Trump added more to the national debt in his first term than any president has in 4 years, and has also added $4 trillion of
Wait.
approved national debt just in this term.
no, wait, from this year?
8.4
Year-to-date?
trillion the first term, another 4 trillion approved this term.
Well, 8.4, that has to do with COVID. If you didn't include COVID, then it wouldn't be that high.
If you didn't include COVID, Donald Trump still added more to the national debt than Biden did if you include Biden's COVID spending.
I mean, well, Trump took on the beginning of COVID, which was the most spending. It was it was like a national disaster.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not
Hurricane
saying that
Katrina.
didn't happen, but sir, did you hear what I said?
know.
Before COVID, Donald Trump had already added more national debt than Biden's entire term if you include COVID spending.
Really? What were the numbers?
4.6 trillion to 4.2 trillion.
So you're saying that he spent 4.26 trillion
Yeah.
in his first term?
Well, added
Before
4.6 trillion in national debt. That's how much you spend. It's a
Before
different
COVID.
number. Yeah.
Before COVID?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's terrible. I think either way we're getting screwed.
Well, man,
Insane.
sir, you can talk about, oh, we're getting screwed, we're not getting screwed, all that sort of stuff. That's totally fine, okay? Like, that's totally fine. You said that Democrats are bad for the national debt. Donald Trump, as soon as he got into office with his big, beautiful bill, all right, or his funding bill that he, did for his agenda, immediately asked for the debt ceiling to be raised and a 10-year approved debt of $4 trillion. Like, that was like the first thing he did. Like, he was in office for like 2 months when that happened. All right?
That was it. That was this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I just don't understand why
Yeah.
you're telling me that he's somehow better, right? Like with the debt. He's not. He's not been better than anybody with the debt.
I mean, basically my whole understanding is that every single government program that has gotten us into debt was like Social Security, the, Federal Reserve, which is like printing money nonstop and killing us with inflation. That was all done under Democratic rule.
Did you ever watch the Republican debate between with Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis?
No.
Okay. Well, you should go back and watch that because you do know who those people are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. They got on stage and actually gave a very in-depth analysis about how Donald Trump's overspending and printing money under his first term was going to be inflationary in the future. And if we didn't get the printing of money under control, we were going to have like a mass inflation that was going to come very soon. And then literally right after that, Biden was elected president, and then we went into super high inflation. But that happened because of Trump.
How do you explain Doge then? Like Doge sounds like the complete opposite of that. But obviously, that was completely cut off. Not completely cut off, but it was stopped. And I think Doge was doing really good things. I was a supporter of Doge.
Yeah, Doge didn't really do that much at all. Doge was.
I wish it could do more. I wish it could do more.
Well, sir, if you wanted to do more, then you wanted something other than Doge. Because Doge didn't do anything. Doge was never really intended to do much except for make sure that, Elon Musk could get rid of investigations on him and somehow get a bunch of our data, I guess.
I disagree with that. I think there's a lot of wasteful spending in the government. And
There is
Doge
a lot of wasteful spending in the government.
Doge tried to stop that.
How?
In favor of all of us, USAID. I don't think we should be giving foreign aid as much as we do.
Donald Trump
I
just
think that
gave
we should
$40 billion to Argentina.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Donald Trump's also been funding Israel the entire time. Donald Trump's talking about like pretty much going to war with Nigeria.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But I think at the time, another thing is free speech.
Hold on, sir. I don't want to just move on to the next thing. Okay.
Sure.
Donald Trump got rid of USAID. We're still funding all of this money going overseas. Do you know why?
I think I know. I think my answer is not going to be your answer.
Well, my answer and your answer. If your answer is not my answer, then your answer isn't correct. Okay. The reason because the reason is that Congress sends money overseas, not USAID. Okay. That's the correct answer. So getting rid of USAID doesn't make the money that's supposed to be going overseas like stop happening. Okay. What USAID did do was try to investigate fraud. They had internal things within them that investigated fraud, and they were investigating Elon Musk on a fraud charge when it came to money that was appropriated for Starlink that Elon Musk was using incorrectly. And that's why Elon Musk, as soon as he got in under Doge, immediately attacked USAID and got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, sir, while you can have a problem with certain things that USAID was doing, and that's totally fine, let's remember also that money was appropriated by Congress. Let's start there. Okay.
Yeah.
And so your real problem is with Congress, not with USAID. And second of all, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that you've probably never heard of USAID before Donald Trump told you to be mad at them.
No, I did.
Oh, really? Because I hadn't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard of it, and I heard of like some of the things that we're spending on, like there's, the title of it was just ridiculous.
Sir, you didn't hear about the title of anything they were spending on. What I'm saying is I'm in politics all the time, and literally they were like, we're shutting down USAID. And I said, we're shutting down who?
But doesn't that say that like the fact that you don't even know that exists?
Sir,
we're spending money on it.
What does the Department of the...
Let's do more of that.
Let me ask you a question. What does the Department of Interior do?
I don't know.
You don't know what it does?
It's insane.
Nope. Yeah, you know who else doesn't know it? I don't know what it fucking does either, okay? Like, I just trust that it's working. I don't need to know every single thing, all right, that is going on within our government all the time, right? I don't need to know that.
There's too much. There's too much. That's my position. There's too much going on. We need less.
You need less, but Donald Trump isn't doing less. Government spending is at an all-time high.
I mean, the government's been shut down for a month.
And the government's now shut down for a month. Before that, government spending was at an all-time high. And while the government has been shut down, again, we're funding places like Argentina while the government is shut down. Literally, the government has like one job, and that's freaking stay open and help people, right? And they're not doing either of those things.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Argentina, but if we did, I see the argument for maybe doing some foreign aid locally because North America, South America, we're continentally bound. But doing things overseas is just crazy. I disagree with that.
But sir, what I'm saying is,
but again, like the president's not the king. He can't just turn things on or off. Like
he literally has been.
I mean, but there are forces that try to control it, to try to bring it back. You reel it back, and then every 4 years, it's always temporary. That's the thing. I would love for America to be in a place where we can compress a little bit of our spending and actually not being dead. Like I'm sure you pay your credit card, right? But we don't. The government doesn't pay their credit card.
Who was the last person to balance the budget?
What, Bill Clinton?
It was Bill Clinton. You're correct. Okay. Since then, we had 9/11, bad policies under the Bush administration that gave huge tax cuts to rich people, right, at the cost of the middle class. Caused the 2000.
I'm gonna get a little conspiratorial on you. I think
hold on.
A lot of this stuff is all by design.
Yeah, you can think that all you want, okay? But it's not, okay? Republicans pass big spending bills that give giant tax cuts to rich people and corporations, okay? And those rich people and corporations suck up all the money, all right, at the expense of everybody else, all right? And we don't save any money. Takes our budget completely out of balance, okay? That's what happens. It happened with Bush Sr., it happened with Reagan, it happened with Bush Jr., and it's happening right now with Trump, okay? So you're not getting less government spending. You're not getting some type of good deal here. What you're getting is all of your money being pushed up, right, to stagnate at the top of like Jeff Bezos' bank account.
It's
So, like,
insane.
how do you stop this?
You stop that by taxing people what they're actually supposed to be taxed and using that to subsidize the middle class.
Why not make anti-corruption laws?
We can make anti-corruption laws. Literally, Republicans destroy them the second they get in office. Can you please stop eating while you're talking to me?
What is the corruption? What anti-corruption laws?
Yeah, you ever hear about, over-regulation, 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 over-regulation? Yeah, that regulation is the corruption laws. When Republicans come in and go, we need less regulation so business can do that, that's literally taking away all of those corruption laws. That's taking away all those things that, stop these companies from being able to do these, these backdoor deals and stuff like that.
But how come Nancy Pelosi, the top Democrat,
Nancy Pelosi is not the top Democrat, nor has she.
Well, she's a very, very senior level Democrat with a lot of power, and she's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, her husband is literally singularly filthy fucking rich.
Have you seen her stock trading account?
Yeah, her fucking husband is an investment banker.
It doesn't matter. Oh, okay, so she's insider trading.
Sir, I'm not sure if they're not insider trading or not. I'm not freaking saying what they are. I'm not saying what they weren't. They're not. So, they probably are. But let me tell you this. There was just a bill.
If Congress is corrupt,
sir,
it doesn't matter.
Sir, Congress tried to just implement a bill that would have stopped insider trading, and Donald Trump specifically said that should not apply to him, and he didn't want the bill and had them shoot it down.
Well, obviously they're going to shoot. Well, are you sure he shot it down?
He came out on television with his mouth and said that this insider trading law should not apply to the president or apply to him whatsoever, and therefore it shouldn't pass because the bill was written and said the executive also shouldn't be able to insider trade.
But did he vote on the bill?
He doesn't get a vote on the bill, sir.
Exactly.
So what, sir? Sir.
What does he have to do with the bill?
If the president of the United States is saying that insider trading laws shouldn't apply to him, don't you think that's a problem if you're complaining about congressman insider trading?
But you're talking about executive versus legislative branches.
Gotcha. So what you're saying is Congress in no way should be able to insider trade, but my president, I want him to be able to insider trade all he wants.
Progress, right? We start slow, progress.
Sir, we didn't need progress. We had one bill that actually had support that would have done both.
Okay, so what's simpler to pass? A bill with 1,000 pages or one page? One page.
They could be no. That's not necessarily true.
No, it's pretty much
no,
true.
That's not true at all. There's been
1,000 pages of text. You all your Congress people, all their interns have to read all those 1,000 pages.
No, they just don't read them.
Yeah, sure. Or they just don't read them, and then they don't even know what they're passing.
Right, which is exactly what the Republicans did with the big, beautiful bill earlier, where literally they passed it, and then literally were questioned on the contents of the bill, and literally right after that, we're like, I didn't read the bill.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if Congress people just stopped making millions of dollars all of a sudden, and it's not just Nancy Pelosi, there's many others. You can follow, Google.
Do you know why they passed that? You know why they passed that bill without reading it?
No.
Because Donald Trump told them to.
Okay, so re-election power, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the way.
Yeah. So if Donald Trump told them to pass this bill and they did it without reading it, and Donald Trump also told them not to pass this anti-insider trading bill because he didn't like it, okay, then Donald Trump is controlling what Congress does, which is not the way things are supposed to work whatsoever. Okay. It's a complete abuse of power. Right? 2, like you said, he's not a dictator and he can't just control everything. This is literally giving him the ability to do that exact thing, right? By having control over the legislature and having control over, judges that he doesn't like and trying to get judges fired that are, ruling against him. Right? So these things that you're complaining about, here's the problem with it. You're saying you support Trump, but then complaining about all the things you dislike, and those are all the things that Trump does. Donald Trump literally, just pardoned a guy who was helping fund terrorism because they helped his cryptocurrency.
What, the Trump coin?
Stablecoin.
Stablecoin.
Yep.
Stablecoin is always $1. Never goes up or down.
Yep, and they helped to stabilize it. Look it up. What's CZ from Binance? Literally made Trump $2 billion. or Trump's family $2 billion. And he pardoned him, who was convicted and pled guilty to helping fund terrorism. Okay? Because he made his family $2 billion.
Oh, wow. He pardoned CZ?
Yeah.
Wait, what terrorism did he fund?
Hamas and other networks. He knowingly allowed financing to go through Binance. No, he pled guilty to it.
Oh, knowingly. Okay. Oh, so he was like a broker. He's not like, he didn't actively say, "Oh, I'm gonna fund."
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I guess that's better than my bad.
He made a commission. So I mean, this is just like.
Oh, gotcha. Well, you know what? We should allow funding of terrorism as long as someone gets a commission. That sounds great.
No, but the thing is, it's a decentralized. Like, it's how if he knew that they were doing it. Okay, that changes.
He
things.
did.
But okay, he
he pled guilty to knowing that they were doing it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not hear about that.
Really? Donald Trump just talked about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't listen to him every day. But okay. Listen, you made some fair points. I'm gonna go and study and learn. And by the way, I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat.
Neither am I.
Okay, great. But all right, yeah. Thank you.
All right.
I gotta go now, but it was good to talk to you.
Cool. Have a good day. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next call. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do this every single day but Friday. Thank you guys so much. I saw you Ari Raiders come over too. Really appreciate you guys being here, and thank you guys so much for joining for a little bit. It's been kind of a weird day. That was actually probably the best conversation I've had all day, which is it's saying something. Feisty, thank you so much for the $20. I said Ari stole me, and brown eggs are whole wheat. Brown eggs are whole wheat. Very, very true. That's big W's in the chat for Feisty on that one. 100%. Thank you so much, Feisty. Lovely. Thank you so much. The $5 says he said he's in the wrong circles, more like trapped in a bubble of delusion. Also pretty accurate. But hey, we'll call it wrong circles. All right. We'll call that what it is. Thank you, lovely. Freddie, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said God help us all. I think he gave up on us. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure he gave up on us at this point. But thank you so much, Freddie. And thank you so much for the 100 bits over there. I don't know how to pronounce your name. A cup of Joe Biden. Oh my God, that took me way longer than it should have. A cup of Joe Biden. Thank you so much for the 100 bits over on Twitch. I really, really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. Y'all, if you guys would like to support the live, it took me way too long to get to that. It tells you how my brain is doing today. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats. I have pay links in the bio. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. Memberships, subscriptions, all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're going to open up these phone lines and keep this thing going. Sorry, that was funny. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Polly, how are you?
I'm okay.
That's good to hear. Okay, so we spoke the other night, and I actually, I know you talk to a lot of people. I'm the guy talking about, where you brought up the subsidized housing and all that for the middle class and how it would benefit builders.
Dude, I talk to a lot of people, man. What's up?
Yeah. Okay. So we were talking. I mentioned something about me doing work with like Section 8 houses, HUD. And all that, how, I joked about how, these houses are government sponsored, and the building quality is always like very subpar. And, I made that joke about like, oh no, in the military, we have a joke about military grade just being the lowest bidder and all that. And
I really appreciate the recap, man. What's on your mind today?
Well, so actually talking about that, I wanted your thoughts on it because, I like how you're like not a Democrat or a Republican and this and that. And you got me thinking a lot, man. I really, cause don't get me wrong. Like, I've been a Trump supporter and all that, but I do want to pick your brain on like, so, do you agree that the subsidization of like education, college, and all that helps skyrocket tuition prices and all that?
I think it could have possibly been one of the factors, one of the many factors. I don't think it was the main one.
Okay. Well, to me, so the concern for me on like, because
let's be very clear. We started subsidizing in education because prices were already skyrocketing.
Okay. I don't have it in front of me. I looked it up, and there was there's an argument being made that like they weren't skyrocketing as rapidly because like gradually inflation. I'm sorry, it's been a long day, so if I trip over my words, I apologize. But gradually as things get the dollar amount goes up more for things like education and all that. The argument is that subsidization for education has caused there to be like the metaphor I heard is like the government wrote a blank check, gave it to the college, and said whatever tuition is, and they're like, oh cool, we get to tell you how much it is. Well, it just went up, buddy. Like, I don't know if you've heard that argument before.
Man, what are we talking about?
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to land the plane. I promise.
Yeah. If we're not going to have like a back and forth here, I don't know why we're having a conversation. I don't know what you're even talking about here. You're just,
I'm promising I'm about to pick your brain.
Talking. Stand by. And really, I'm not like really in the mood of like picking my brain. Like that's not really what this is for. But
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Democratic rep Cheryl wins New Jersey governor race. So we just took New Jersey and Virginia. Can I get huge W's in the chat? We just took New Jersey and Virginia. If I don't see like the biggest W's in the chat and the biggest blue hearts going off in my chat right now, I don't know what we should be seeing here. Blue waves, blue hearts. We're taking it all. We're taking it all. Let's see it in the chat. Beautiful.
Why are you cheering for that? LA is exclusively ran by Democrats, and you've seen how crappy that place is now.
You mean the fourth biggest economy on the planet?
Yeah. Have you walked through the streets of LA?
Yeah, I grew up very, very near there.
Oh, that's why you like that pathetic team, the Chargers? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make this about football.
Actually, when I lived in California, the Chargers weren't in LA, but
the Cali team, not bad. I'm just mad y'all took Najee Harris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, anyway, wait. So you want there to be more blue cities? Knowing like I haven't passed one of the I've been in New York, I've been in LA. Okay, those are the only two, but. Bro, it's not safe in those cities. I don't know why you think blue's such a great thing. Anywhere I've been that's blue, it's like Midas full of shit.
Cities aren't blue.
Cities aren't blue. Aren't the mayors usually blue? Aren't the mayors usually blue?
Yeah, and the mayors are elected by the people.
Yeah, and then the people don't always make the best decisions.
No, but what people do understand is in cities, they usually live in places. Cities are usually diverse and have a whole swath of different types of people.
What does diverse mean?
Sir, I'm talking. Sir, I'm talking.
My bad.
Yeah, thank you.
That was rude.
Yeah, and when you bring a bunch of diverse people together of all types of religions, all types of backgrounds, all types of races, and they all are all forced to live together, they learn like how to coexist with people, and then they realize, oh, the right doesn't do that.
What are you talking about? I'm like a lot of people think I'm on the right, and here's the funny thing. This is a lived experience that you don't.
Here's a lived experience. Okay, maybe not all Republicans are racist, but all racists are Republicans.
I don't know about that. I mean,
no, it's the truth.
I mean, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the left the ones like, oh, black people need their own spaces here and there and this and that? I'm like, are y'all talking about segregation? They need their own spaces? Like, yeah, to protect them from the evil white people. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
What are you talking about?
Just rebranded. No, it was there was a few colleges.
There was a bunch of Republicans that literally just built an all-white commune in Arkansas.
Okay.
Literally segregating themselves.
Well, they did it of their own free will. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with that. I like to
Gotcha.
know more about that, like
Totally
why
cool.
they would do that.
If black people want their own spaces, super racist. If white people want their own spaces, well, you know what? They can just do whatever they want. They did that of their own free will. That's literally
Yeah,
what
they
you
did.
did.
Yeah,
That's,
I don't.
that's
I mean,
literally
I don't.
what you just did. That's literally what you
I mean,
just did.
all
Do you
right.
know what I call like a dichotomy like that?
What?
Racist.
Oh.
Yeah, because if
That's
it's totally
No,
racist,
I'm
if-
saying
if black
I'm
people
saying
want
they're
it-
both bad. I'm saying they're both bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I did misspeak.
But you didn't
Yeah.
start with
No,
they're
I
both
did
bad. You
misspeak.
started with, oh, they can do it off their own accord. If they want to do that, they're doing it of their own free will. But you
Okay,
just
all
talked
right.
about black people and it was a problem. And it's the second that you did it with white people, then you completely changed your tone.
Is that what you're doing? Oh, you sounded like this. Now you sound like that. Is that what you're doing, buddy?
No, I'm just pointing out what you said.
Okay, all right. Well, they're both bad, is what I'm saying. I'm not big on like segregation by skin color, like segregation by culture, maybe, but you know, I mean, and I say that as in like, don't show up to like a honky tonk with like, where's all this music? Where's all that music? Like, bro, you're at a honky tonk. Like you're in the wrong crowd for what you want. But then, you know, like, but yeah, I don't like the people that go to clubs and complain, it's hippity hoppity. Well, bro, it's a club. Like, what'd you expect? Like, you know, I understand there's different places for different cultures, but whenever people do it by skin color, I'm like, that's racist.
Well, this took a
Hello?
turn. All right.
It took a turn. What are you talking about? You and I are agreeing that racism is bad. You're just wanting to say all racists are right. I'm like, yeah, like on both sides there's racism. Maybe it comes in different ways. Like the Democrats, like, oh, we can't have voter ID. That's racist. Like, how's that racist? Like all my black friends, they have IDs. Like, I don't see how it's racist. I'm Mexican. I have an ID. It's not racist.
Well, voter ID is racist because it's been very well known to actually suppress the votes of black people, and we've seen proof of that across literally decades and decades and decades and decades and decades.
I haven't met one black person that wasn't homeless that didn't have. Oh yeah,
I was in the
my
middle
goodness.
of a
All right,
sentence.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to get smart.
Yeah. Second of all, I know black people is literally tokenization, which is literally like a microaggression.
It's not tokenization. No, it's a microaggression. You little pansy. Oh my goodness. Okay, all the minorities I know, they all have their freaking voter ID. I mean, their voter ID. They all have an ID or a driver's license. Like, I don't get this whole, it's racist. Like, how's it racist? Just go get an ID.
Sir, I'm sure your one black friend would vouch for you. Okay. I'm sure he would. Okay.
My one black friend. I mean, I got a black son. Does that count?
As far as what, stopping you from being racist, or just that I'm gonna feel horribly bad for someone now?
Oh, you got to feel horribly bad for him. Well, I'm not gonna raise him to be a victim. Hey, this country hates you because you're a minority. You're Mexican and black, kiddo. You ain't got a chance. I'm not gonna tell him that. Like, no,
Nobody's telling. Literally, nobody's telling their kids that.
No. Well, no one's. Well, you're the one telling black people it's voter ID laws are racist.
Voter IDs are racist.
How?
But sir,
I don't know one minority friend that doesn't have an ID.
Sir, understanding that voter ID laws are racist, they go back to literally like segregation, right? Like it's literally like, do you know what poll taxes are?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you know what literacy tests are?
Yeah.
What's a literacy test? Literacy test. When I'm talking about voting.
Seeing someone's illiterate. Hey, read this. You can't read it. Get out of here, stupid.
So you do realize that when in segregated America, they used to make people take literacy tests knowing that they weren't educating the black people. Therefore, specifically, black people wouldn't be able to vote.
Okay, yeah, no, this country has a racist history. I'm not going to argue that. This country has a lot to be ashamed about.
Yeah,
but
and then they did things like poll taxes, right? Another racist way of stopping people from being able to vote for black people, right? Voter ID laws come out of that same pocket, dude.
That's kind of a stretch right there. Like,
It's not a stretch.
I mean,
It's a history lesson.
it's a history lesson. I'm just saying, I really didn't, and I'm not gonna say I have all these black friends. I do have a good amount of black friends. They all have their voter ID. When that was a big hot topic, we always made jokes like, "Hey, where's your we made jokes. I'm not gonna say here like on air just because it was in between friends. They said Mexican jokes, I said black jokes. We all love each other. We're all terrible people to each other, but I did ask them. I'm like, yeah, and sorry, lived experience. I really don't care for lived experience, and I understand you don't either. So, but I've never seen it actually be an issue. Even my friends in Chicago, I'm like, bro.
Sir, here's the funny thing about racism against black people.
Insane.
If you're not black, you don't see it. That's the whole fucking point. You wouldn't see the racism against black people.
I'm white passing for Mexican. I've never been taught, hey,
I know you're white.
Different.
I know you're white passing. Okay, you didn't even have to say that. But anyways, I'm done with you. We have exciting news to talk about. Mom Donnie won! Blue hearts in the chat all the way across. Blue hearts in the chat. Mom Donnie wins. Woo! Let's get it. We took Virginia. We took New York. And now we took New Virginia. We took New Jersey. Now we took New York. With the Democratic Socialists coming in, let us please put the world and especially the Democratic Party on notice. Your establishment Democrats like Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, we are sick of them. We are tired of them, and we don't want to see them anymore. We want to see more Mom Donnie. God, he didn't just win either. That was an ass whooping. That was an ass whooping. He's winning by more votes than Sliwa got. He's winning by more votes than Sliwa got. Oh my gosh. I want to log into Trump's Truth Social immediately. Immediately. I want to know what's going on over there. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. So for you guys that have not been tracking, Abigail Spansberger won the Virginia governor's race. Mickey Sherrill won New Jersey, and then Mom Donnie won New York. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great stuff. All right. I don't even know how I want to take another caller. We have been in shambles today with callers. Last 2 days. Oh my God, we have been rough. Lovely guy. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to freaking put that up. The second time I've done this live. See, this live's all off today. Mom Dummy for the victory. Let's go. New York City, New Jersey, and Virginia. 3 for 3. This is why the Republicans are so afraid. This is why they're so afraid. Delissa, thank you so much. Says they hitting the bottles early. Yeah, they are. Oh my God, everything's blowing up. I'm absolutely loving this. This is so great. Whew. All right, had to get that out. Had to get that out. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I'm going to see if we can get one caller in here. My patience is running slow today. But we're going to try to see if we can get one more in. Yeah, apparently they're all out today. They're all out today. All right, we're gonna see if we can get one decent conversation in here today, y'all. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Absolutely not. Hello. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Hold on, let me mute my computer.
Cool.
So how you been doing? I'm 32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I never have supported him.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, but we are looking for Trump supporters right now, so I hope you have a good day. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great. How old are you?
I'm 41. I'm from New York.
Go, Mom Donnie!
No.
Woo! This guy called in from New York to let me know how much he loves Mom Donnie. Isn't that great?
Okay. Are you gonna talk or?
That was me
or-
talking.
Okay.
Did you not
do
hear me
you
talking?
like how he? Okay. So you're okay? So you like socialism or?
Well, he's a democratic socialist, but yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about him like lying about his aunt? You're okay with that?
Lying about his aunt?
Yeah, like when he gave the speech saying how his aunt was discriminated against after 9/11 for wearing a hijab. Turns out his aunt didn't even live in New York, nor doesn't even wear a hijab. So that was a complete made-up story.
I could not care less about
so you're
that
okay.
at all.
So you're okay with him making up stories?
Dude, like Cuomo's like the worst people ever, dude. You think I'm worried about that?
No. We're not talking about Cuomo. We're talking about Mandani.
Dude, we have a president that
Mandani, no?
we have a president that rapes people. You think I care about that, bro? Fucking.
Okay. What about
what about
the
a
grocery
fucking
store?
lot, sir?
Okay.
Do you support
So
Trump?
let's
Hold
move on.
on, sir, real quick. Do you
Let's
support
move
Trump?
on.
No,
What
we
about
will
the
move on.
60
I'm
what
asking
about
you a
the
question
$60 million
first.
he wants to spend on
sir,
5 grocery stores for
sir,
free food.
sir. Do you support Trump?
Do you want to talk facts or no?
I would love to after you answer that question.
Of course, yeah. I
Okay.
did.
Donald Trump
Yeah.
told 30,000 confirmed lies in his first term alone. Over that. And you're talking about a lie that Mom Donnie says? That's the most disingenuous shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
No, it's called calling a spade a spade. That's all.
Sir, you voted for the black spade of all of them. Okay?
Okay. Regardless, so he can lie and it's okay because Trump lied. Is that what you're saying?
Sir, what I'm saying is you can't support somebody who you said one lie while simultaneously support someone that said 30,000 in his first term.
Are you telling me with an honest truth that you think that's the only lie that he's told?
Oh, probably not. We're all human. We all tell lies, okay? But if you think
Okay,
somebody who
all
actually
right.
wants to implement good policies I'm going to care about because he lied about his fucking aunt,
And
you're crazy.
And what exactly are the good policies that Mondani is suggesting?
Oh, I just like his freaking general stance on most things. We're talking about things like
No,
free
no.
trans.
Give me a specific.
I was
policy
trying
that
to, sir.
are
You have
for.
to shut the fuck up long enough for me to do it. I was literally in the middle of a sentence. I said, generally, his policies like, and I was literally going
Such
to
as?
explain it, and you cut me off.
I'm waiting. I'm here.
Goodness
Go
gracious, sir. I like things like freaking, affordable rent, affordable food, affordable buses, right? Actually freaking putting government's money to actual work to actually help the people. Getting away from all of the things such as identity politics, getting away from things like, specificity on religion. I like the ideas. Okay,
Can
of
I hold you
actually
up there real
making.
quick?
No, you can. I act like
you
the idea.
just said identity politics.
I said-
you think that
I
he's
said
not playing
no.
identity politics?
I said no. You asked, could you cut me
So you
off?
don't
I
think
said
he's
no.
So you don't think
Sir.
he's playing identity
Sir,
politics?
you said, can I cut you off? I said no.
Oh, because I'm
Okay.
right. That's
Okay.
why.
I wasn't listening to you. Because that's the second time I've been
course
on
you
a
weren't.
roll in the middle of a sentence and you've cut me off.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
So
guaranteed.
why don't
How much you wanna
you
bet I
tell me?
get
How about
kicked
this?
because you don't
How
like
about
what I
this?
have to
How
say?
about this? Why
Right?
don't
I'm
since-
waiting about 10 seconds before I get kicked because you don't like what I have to say.
I don't know what you're saying, sir. I'm not listening to you.
Of course you're not.
If
because
you
you're
want
not
me to
willing
listen,
have an
if you
actual
want me to listen to
conversation.
you, if you want me to listen to you, okay, then you have to act like a fucking adult. Right? If you act like
Okay.
a child, I
So-
don't listen to children.
I'm not. I just want to have like an actual back and forth
Do
conversation.
you know what?
and
Do you
not
know? Do you
listen
know what the
to
word consent
monologues
means?
back and forth?
Do you know what the word
right?
consent mean? I know Republicans have a hard time with the word consent. Do you know what the word consent means?
What does the word consent have to do with us having
Because
a
I
reasonable
told you
conversation?
no, okay, and you continued, okay? I did not give you consent to cut me off.
Okay. And you're right. It is I called into your thing. You're
Okay,
absolutely
awesome.
correct.
So great,
So
awesome. So
you're
what do
right.
you
You
like?
are
What do you
absolutely
dislike about
guaranteed allowed
Mamdani
to
besides the
talk
fact
over
that
me.
he's brown and Muslim?
No, I asked you what your best policy you liked about him. You have not answered that yet.
Okay, well, I already have actually. So now you can answer my question.
When
you asked me the
when
last
did you
time.
answer that?
Well, I tried to answer the first
You
time.
didn't
You cut
answer
me
it.
off. Then I re-answered it the next time. Yeah.
No, you actually didn't though.
Oh, I actually did though. So, anyways, what don't you like about him?
No, right. And then I asked you about a few other things, like what about the grocery stores and spending all that money? Like
Spending
you agree
money
with
on
that?
affordable and free food, horrific.
And who's going to pay for that?
The taxes do.
Okay, and who pays those taxes?
The people.
And so we're going to expect like
Yes, we're going to
middle of the
expect
line-
the money that goes to the people, that comes from the people to the government, goes back to the people. Yes.
Okay,
That is
right.
exactly
So
what we're
so
going to
gonna
expect.
So we're going to have hardworking city people that are just like city cops, garbage people, like grocery store workers that are working for paychecks. They're just going to pay all this money for other people to have free food that just are not willing to
Actually, if
work for it.
Mamdani had his policies
correct,
correct, it actually wouldn't be those people. It would actually be the ultra rich people that are already getting away with not paying their correct taxes in states like New York, and especially in places like New York.
Can I
So it
ask
would
you a
actually be
question?
no.
Right,
Because again,
you don't want to.
no,
Right,
because
you wanna
I'm in the middle of a
because you wanna
sentence
talk
and
over me and not actually talk about facts. That's
All right.
your problem.
No, you asked me a question. I'm actually in the middle of answering it. You asked me,
I don't understand how you don't want to talk about actual facts. That's my problem with you.
You said, so you expect grocery store workers, cops, the people that work in the streets, lower cost workers to pay these things. I was saying, no,
Correct.
if it actually goes off of Mamdani's policy, it would actually be rich people and billionaires that would be paying these policies, okay? And I was in the middle of saying that for you to cut me off.
So you're saying the more successful you are, the more penalized you are.
No, it'd actually be just, if you just paid your fair share, that would be fine.
Okay, but you do understand that the top 1% of our country and in our cities pay like 60% of taxes? You do understand that, right?
Depends on where you're at, sir. But regardless of any of that,
Okay.
if you actually look at it, sir,
so what is?
no.
Let me ask you.
No,
No, just real quick.
no,
So what is
no,
a fair share to
no,
you as far as the 1% goes?
no. Remember that no thing we talked about, sir? We talked about that no thing. I know it's that consent thing is real rough for you. Okay. No, sir. Again, I'm not listening to you because I'm still trying to answer the last thing. Thank you. Okay. First of all, they don't pay 60% of the taxes. That's actually not true. Actually, the main burden of the tax system is actually controlled by the middle class, which is actually the correct answer. Okay. That is actually specifically where the largest majority of money comes from within our tax system. Okay. And it's very, very simple. I mean, all right. Well, how about this? How about I will just sit back and how about you just say everything and then I'll just be quiet? Is that better for you?
Well, that's what you do to everybody else on your podcast, isn't it? Like you bombard people with questions and then you talk over them so that way you can sound right completely all the time. Like I've seen you many times. This is what you do. Like this is your MO. And no, you're wrong. Like Mamdani, just because he's a mayor of a city, can't override the tax law of an entire state. That is not how that works. You do understand that, no? So you're just gonna not have a conversation. See, this is what Democrats do, right? Like you're trying to have a civil back and forth, and you can't because they refuse to acknowledge the way they can talk over you. And then when you don't allow them to talk over you or ask so many questions, They just like continue with it and continue with it and continue with it. And you are a child. Also, you are from Colorado. What do you care about New York City? Or you're not going to answer the question, right? Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. You're a coward and you refuse to have an actual conversation with a person who actually knows their facts. That is your problem. Oh, poor little baby.
I'm not from Colorado.
Insane.
Oh my goodness. I just figured I'd let him get it all off of his chest first. I figured I would like just get him off of his chest. See, what actually I was trying to say in, I believe it was the second time he cut me off, okay, was actually exactly what he was trying to say, which is actually what I was trying to say is he can't control the tax code. So I don't even know why you're worried about it. Pretty simple, actually. Hey, man, if he really had that much to get off his chest, then that's totally fine. If that's what he needed. Maybe he just needed a hug. He's having a rough night, okay? There's a brown Muslim in charge of New York City. He's having a rough night. All right? So we're gonna let him slide on this one, okay? Freddie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said Sliwa got 7%. Yeah, he did. Downey got beat Cuomo by way more than that. This asks, did you vote for George Santos? I did not. They're eating the cats and they're eating the dogs. That was a fun song. Mel, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, we are building a wall, a beautiful wall. We're building a wall, we're building a wall, a beautiful wall. And Mexico is going to pay for it. They were going to pay for it in 2016 when I was president. But Biden wouldn't let me. Biden wouldn't let me pay for the wall. He called Mexico and he wouldn't do it. It was the auto pin. The auto pin stopped me from getting the wall built. Obama and Biden, they stopped me from the wall. Thank you so much, Mel. I appreciate that. Jason, thank you so much for the $5. Said people with means paying for people without means. What a concept. Anyone else thought of this? Oh, yes, the horrific left. The horrific radical left that wants people to eat and have health care. Absolutely horrible. Horrific stuff. Horrific stuff. Thank you so much, Jason. And CJ, thank you so much for the $5. Said, we got another one. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. Oh, yeah, I bet he's losing his mind on True Social. I got to get over there in a second. I got to get over there. I know, eat, that's going way too far. You radical leftists. Y'all, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys so much for the super chats. If you guys like support, of course, I do have those open and all that fun stuff. And, yeah, memberships, subscriptions, pay links in the bio, all that stuff. Why did I bring race into it? Because it's about race. Technically, I didn't bring race into it. I just said he was brown. Well, I guess that is technically a race. So I guess that does technically count. But regardless, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure the right in New York is not having a good day. Okay? And I'm pretty sure all those racist white people in the White House are having a worse day. So, which makes me happy. That makes me happy. When people that work for Trump are posting like 9/11 shit about Mom Donnie, I guess technically it's more about religion and race and everything else. But when racists are uncomfortable, I'm happy. When racists are uncomfortable, it makes me happy.
insane.
Thanks, Hex. Hex said, I asked him, not you, Paulie, voted for Cantos, 3rd District in New York. He was literally jailed for how much he live in color wants to talk about Mom Donnie's aunt. Bro, I'll be honest with you. I don't even know shit about this whole Mom Donnie's aunt thing. I really don't know shit about it, okay? Here's what I do know. Is if that's what they're down to, this is like the most stand-up dude that you'd ever met in your fucking life. It gives off like really big like Obama tan suit stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where he was just doing like so good that he's guys, breaking news. Obama is wearing a tan suit. How not presidential he was in that tan suit. And he looked good in it. How dare that tall black man look so good in that tan suit? It's just not presidential. We need presidents the way they've always been. Overweight, white with the skin texture of leather. Okay? That's what we need. That is what's American. All right? And this tan suit just will never fly. It will never be what America is about. All right. That's what this feels like. Look, I know Mom Donnie wants to do all these great things to like give New Yorkers food and free buses and free transportation and all that sort of stuff. But he told a lie about his aunt. How are we going to make it through? How will we survive it? How will we make it? I don't know how we'll survive it. I don't know how we'll do it. Someone said skin texture of a ball sack. Donald Trump's skin is not looking good. I will tell you that much. It's definitely not looking good. Texture of a ball sack is wild. Hello?
Yeah, it's me. You just let me back up, I guess.
Who are you?
The guy who just talked to you on the phone.
Oh, you're the
one that you called a racist.
You're the weird New Yorker that couldn't control himself.
Oh, I could control myself. You just stopped talking and refused to have a conversation.
Yeah, just like I'm doing right now. Bye. Anyways, that was pretty simple. See, watch. I cannot have a conversation with you that way also. I guess he's a big fan, y'all. Again, I keep Republicans and consent. Okay? Consent. No means no. All right? No means no. Learn about these things, okay? Learn about these things. They're important. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm
doing pretty good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm going to be turning 18 this election year.
All right. Sorry, man. You got to be at least 18 to be up here, but happy birthday. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I am 21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do, actually.
All right. Why would you do a thing like that?
I mean, I have a few policy reasons, a few just random things, but I guess overall, I felt pushed to support Trump more out of being pushed away from the Democrat Party.
Gotcha.
As opposed to being pushed towards the Republican Party.
Gotcha. You have DDS.
That Democrat derangement syndrome?
Good job. Wow. I decided to implement that so far today, starting today, and I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna keep with it. How do you guys like DDS? Do you guys like that? You guys like that?
I
think
mean,
I'm just going with it today. Yeah.
if you have it one way, can definitely have it the other. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna
what.
be opposed
Yeah, that's
to
what I call
creating it.
people that like, for some reason, voted for Trump's horrific and like inhumane and fascist policies for some reason because of the Democrats, which is just wild.
Well, I mean, I see a lot of it as having decent reasoning behind it. I think, granted, that a lot of policies on both sides, you can definitely take and run with it, but overall, I guess I saw reason for most of the policies from how I've been hearing that they have been going and the reason for trying to implement them.
Gotcha. So let's start with Donald Trump's tariff policies. Completely put soybean farmers out of business, have absolutely decimated our job creation numbers, and and had the worst job numbers since we shut down for COVID. Unemployment rate is at a record high. Our inflation rate is actually now starting to catch back up to where we're at, pre-Trump numbers. How are Donald Trump's policies helping that?
I mean, as for tariffs, I don't know how much I can necessarily speak to that part specifically. I know that for the most part, that in general, tariffs take a decent amount of time to catch up to the economy, even with stuff going on. I think that prices with, I actually don't know what prices have actually gone up since
All consumer prices
he
as a
took
whole have
office.
gone up since he's been in office. But if you don't want to talk about that, I was just bringing up a policy. You said that generally Donald Trump's policies were doing well. Obviously, Donald Trump's tariff policies have been absolutely detrimental to the United States and hurt us in all sorts of ways. Everything from like the cutoff of rare earth minerals from China, right? Like that have just now been reinstituted. Actually, kind of crazy how bad he got worked in that trade deal. It's actually really sad. To see, America get absolutely just demolished in a trade deal as bad as Donald Trump just got us worked in this China trade deal. But maybe we can talk about some other things that Donald Trump did. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
Again,
So
I can definitely say that I don't agree with everything. I try to be as independent as possible. I know that I am not necessarily 100% independent and definitely have my leanings, but I try to be critical of most things and look at it from how it can work both sides. So yeah.
So the reason why I start with things like of job losses and economic numbers, right? You can get someplace a little less windy.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a lot of background noise.
No, you're perfectly fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I
mute
figured
you
that
until you
might
can
be-
do that because it is quite loud. But anyways, the reason I start with the economy is because most people in the United States take the economy as their biggest, as their biggest thing that they vote on. People want, cheaper goods, or at least their amount of money that they're making to catch up to the goods, right? That they're having to buy, right? They like things like lower gas prices, and those haven't been, down at all since Donald Trump has been in presidency until I believe that's like this month because of the winter. But Donald Trump's specific policies are hurting us economically. They're hurting people at the grocery store. They're hurting people across the board. And so like I usually just like to start with things like the economy because I think that they're, like the most important. But we can talk about a whole bunch of other things like Donald Trump calling himself the president of peace while simultaneously changing the Department of Defense to Department of War and then shooting down boats and threatening war in Nigeria, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know that as well, though, from what I've seen, he's averaged like one peace resolution per month.
Gotcha. And which peace resolutions are those?
There was, I think the big one, which I know there's been still some back and forth with it, was the Israel-Hamas, but I think there was Rwanda and I don't remember the names of all the places, but I do remember just getting to hear there's the India, Pakistan, that conflict got nipped pretty quick. Some things like that.
India, Pakistan, India specifically came out and said, yeah, we solved this on our own. Donald Trump is just taking credit for it. And he had literally zero to do with this. The one in Rwanda, they're still fighting. That ceasefire ended almost immediately. The one between Israel and Palestine, ceasefire broke within 24 hours and they're still killing each other.
Yeah, But even
So
still,
none of
I
those
would
things are
say that
ceasefires.
but even still, I would argue that there is at least attempts being made, as opposed to, I feel like, in the prior presidency with Israel, Hamas, and the Ukraine and Russian war, it was kind of just, will continue giving funding to continue the war.
Incorrect.
And
There was
so,
literally peace deals being like negotiated the entire time that Biden was president.
for both of them,
Yeah, for both of them. Yeah. See, here's the difference, okay? Under the Biden administration, you had, and we're not even going to talk about, like, I don't even need to talk about Biden, right? We can just talk about the people like his special envoys, his ambassadors, you know, his people that were set out to actually make the deals, right? They actually understood that these deals are complicated, right? Like that these deals take a lot of like work and effort and agreement on both sides in order to get to a solution, right? And because they couldn't get both sides to agree to those, the peace deal didn't work out, right? Donald Trump gets the two people, kind of talks to both sides, and then just declares that a ceasefire exists, even when both sides don't even agree to it, or both sides have no idea that you were involved in it, or have no idea in the deal whatsoever, right? And then just takes credit for the peace deal, which is why they fall apart in like less than 24 hours, because they're not real peace deals, right? They're not real ceasefires that actually take the complexity of the situation into effect. Instead, they're just Donald Trump trying to take credit for stuff because he's trying to chase Obama's, you know, Nobel Peace Prize.
I mean, that's another thing with Obama versus Trump. I know a lot of people were upset about Trump bombing Iran, and I think I saw that Obama did what, or they were like, oh, this is an act of war. Trump just went and bombed, did 3 bombings, and I think Obama had 26,000, if I remember correctly.
Well, you're talking about drone strikes, and in Donald Trump's first term, he had more drone strikes in 4 years than Obama did in 8.
Which, I mean, again, even still, the people, I didn't really see many people arguing against that back when he did it then.
Of course,
and then he did
of course
one.
we did. There was literally tons of people doing it. The reason why Donald Trump's bombing of Iran is so bad is because it is literally going to help Iran get a nuclear weapon. Obama or Trump's drone strikes in his first term aren't helping Iran get a nuclear weapon.
I don't see how bombing it helps them get a weapon, bombing where they were enriching it, unless explosions are supposed to enrich uranium further, which I don't think is the case.
No, what it does is it creates a distrust for the system and a distrust for diplomacy. Okay? So before
think Iran was going to have diplomacy anyway.
They already did under Obama administration with the JCPOA. They literally agreed not to enrich uranium, not to create a nuclear bomb, and to have UN watchdogs that were going in to make sure that they weren't doing it, and they weren't doing it like at all. Like even Donald Trump's, director of national intelligence earlier this year said that Iran was not trying to build a nuclear weapon. They weren't even attempting to. So they were being diplomatic. They were using nuclear weaponry as a way to say like, hey, we won't do this, but we just want open trade with you guys. And everybody was like, okay, that seems like a pretty fair deal. We're going to come in and make sure you don't have nuclear weapons. They were like, totally cool. So then in the middle of those negotiations to try to re-up something that was similar to the JCPOA, Donald Trump bombed them. So why would Iran have any will to actually trust the United States is going to, try to resolve this diplomatically if they're bombing them in the middle of negotiations?
Well, from what I remember, the uranium that they had was getting enriched to, I don't know the exact number, but I think it was close to like 80%, which is way
it's not.
more
It was 60.
than
It was
anything
60%, and that doesn't answer my question.
60, which is much further than anything
Donald
non-nuclear
Trump's
weapon-wise.
Sir, Donald Trump's own director of national intelligence said they were not attempting to build a nuclear weapon and nowhere close. Okay? That was this year. Okay? That was in May. Okay? Why would Iran want to denuclearize diplomatically, okay, if the diplomatic relations in between them and the United States was severed by a bombing?
Well, again, regardless of
Why are you refusing to answer my question, sir? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, this is a very important question to what we're talking about, okay? Because that's the issue, right? That Iran's nuclear facilities are already back up and running. All right? That bombing didn't even take them out through the end of the year. All right? So like that bombing set them back like a few months. Okay, whatever. But now
I think it set it back a little further purely because it also got rid of the uranium. So now they're having to start over
it did not
on enriching it.
It did not. They just moved their enriched uranium before they got there because Donald Trump literally telegraphed that they were going to bomb those facilities before they did it. They literally had intelligence reports showing, like they had pictures out on the fucking internet of them moving fucking enriched uranium, okay?
I mean, if those are to believed, then sure.
Cool. The intelligence reports of over 50 countries had 400 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium missing, and they have no idea where Iran put it.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit that, again, there are certain things that I don't necessarily know everything about. I know I've heard on some other parts where you do talk about how this is your job. So
I have literally been so adamant that this is not my job. It's crazy.
Well, sorry, but that you do this a lot. So you, again, which I do completely respect and I think is good of trying to have conversations, because I do think that I do think that without conversation, it can start wars because people start villainizing the other side because people aren't able to have dialogue. But
sir, I also love dialogue, but you know what I love even more than dialogue?
Go for it.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love facts, right? Facts are awesome, okay? Because if you start with things like facts, then you can have dialogue about those facts.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to start with facts, okay? And I'll give you a couple examples of facts that we had, right? That you're just completely going against, right? The director of national intelligence for the United States said Iran was not trying to build a nuclear weapon. That was backed up by over 50 different intelligence agencies across the world, okay? That they were not attempting to do that, all right? Trump bombed them anyway, all right? Then after that, those same 50 countries all said that Donald Trump did not destroy, and the United States did not destroy those nuclear enrichment facilities. Not even close. Okay, set them back approximately 6 months. Not only did 50 other people say that, but also the defense assessment, intelligence assessment of the United States also said that. Okay, Donald Trump got on stage and said they were obliterated, they're never coming back. He also said that they were building nuclear weapons, neither of which were backed up by a singular piece of like intelligence anywhere that you can find from anybody, including the United States. All right. So you get up here and repeat exactly what Donald Trump tells you to repeat, even though all of the facts and evidence show that that is all unequivocally incorrect. All right. So that's what I have the problem with. If we want to talk about like, hey, Iran wasn't building nuclear weapons, and also that strike didn't destroy their facilities, and then you want to start there, and then we can go to whether he should have done it and have a dialogue on whether he should have done it based off of those facts, then that's fine. All right. But that's not what we're doing. We're instead having a conversation about what the facts are, because Donald Trump is the one that sows that division by lying. See what I'm saying?
I hear you. I will also say, I guess in general, I guess to get to as well the main point of what you have posted on your thing of I can try and concede that point because again I do not have all of the information. So if I don't have that information, I'm not going to try and continue arguing against it. So, but to get to as well, kind of one of the main reasons, I guess, that I would be at minimum hesitant to vote for the Democratic Party is just because you were talking about how Trump lies, and yet I also see almost nonstop lying as well from like left-wing media, left-wing politicians. I think it happens from both, but I see how the left lies as being much more damaging than the right and see it much more often.
Awesome.
And granted,
so
that can be...
Of all the news agencies to get sued and lose for literally lying and spreading misinformation, it was Fox News, but the left is definitely doing it. So let me ask you a question.
The only reason that left-wing medias haven't lost lawsuits is because they've settled.
No.
Like when Trump sued ABC or like one of the people, and they settled because he claimed that Trump was a rapist, and there was not an actual court determination that he did that Trump raped anyone.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it was just that he sexually assaulted someone.
No, anything like that.
No,
was
yes.
not,
yes, there is a court determination. By the way, ABC settled also. And they settled not for that reason, for a completely different other reason. He was literally found to have court and to have sexually assaulted someone. And the judge specifically said, under the laws of this state, this is actually rape. So yes, there was a court determination of that.
And then as well, I don't know if I heard at one point on an earlier time when I watched when like your live stream popped up that you didn't know who Charlie Kirk was.
Okay.
Is that still true?
Maybe. Why does it matter?
Well, I feel like he was someone who did similar to what you do. He was a person who went to college campuses, and he was
I know who fucking Charlie Kirk is, okay?
Okay. Well,
yeah, he's
you said maybe,
insignificant
but
and unimportant.
I would highly disagree.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. He is significant and important for one reason. Okay? In the fact that his lies, okay, and the things that he actually said to people at college campuses was instrumental in pushing Donald Trump's agenda. Okay? Because that's what Charlie Kirk was. Okay? He was somebody that was willing to go up and say whatever, okay, in order to push Donald Trump's agenda. And the second, it was actually crazy. It was actually this year. He actually started to push back against Donald Trump's crazy agenda, especially when it came to like the Epstein files, and was immediately smacked back into place by the Trump administration. Okay? But here's what I will
definitely agree that the Epstein files is a whole piece of crap from what
he
Trump
was
doing
a
with
shill.
that.
He was a racist. Okay, and his wife seems a lot happier
Give me
with
evidence that he was a rapist. Or
the
not
racist shit he said on camera. That's what it is. Like literally calling freaking Asian people the C slur, like literally saying if I freaking get on a plane and I see a black pilot, I question on whether they're fucking qualified.
So
yeah,
you're taking
but besides
the out
that,
of
what I
context
am,
lines.
that's not out of context. That is a direct context of what he's talking about. He was talking about
It is a direct quote. It is not direct
It is
context.
direct. The context, what he was talking about DEI and saying that freaking black people get hired not based off of their actual merit, but actually off of their race, which is in no way true and racist all in itself within that conversation. Okay, so the context is racist outside of the racist quote.
Then
Okay.
what is DEI?
Sir, sir, all I'm going to say about this as far as when it comes to Charlie Kirk is Erica seems a lot happier with the vice president now. Okay? And it seems like I have literally, it has taken me longer, okay, to get through very minor breakups, okay, than Charlie Kirk seems to be, or than Erica Kirk seems to be getting over Charlie. Seems very, very simple. I do find it funny, however, how Charlie Kirk specifically got up on college campuses and freaking talked about how pretty much about the trad wife argument, how about women need to be like submissive to their husbands and all sorts of stuff, when literally she was older than them, has multiple degrees, has multiple businesses. Okay. Seems like she kind of held the pants in the relationship to begin with, and seems like she's pretty happy to get out from under it. So if that's the case for her, I'm very happy about it. Like truly. Okay. But if you want me to sit up here and argue Charlie Kirk's ghost, I'm not going to. Okay. He said a bunch of really horrible things that I called out him saying them when he was alive. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they were good things that he said now that he's passed away. But I do try to be a good person and not talk bad about the dead, okay? Which is why I just don't talk about Charlie Kirk for the most part.
I mean, that can be a choice, but even still, I think that is going to be I think it's terrible to try and say, oh, Erica seems happier, because you do not know what is going on behind closed doors with any mourning or grieving. She has to put on a strong face because now she is taking over what he left behind.
Well, she's putting on some strong leather pants, I'll tell you that much. And those fingers running through JD Vance's hair sure look strong.
Again,
Look, dude, all I'm saying, dude, I don't know you're right. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. People grieve in different ways. Okay. Like truthfully, and if you want to be completely honest, I've seen it, right? Like, cause I've had friends, like I've been in those situations, and I have seen people like fuck their way through grief. Right. Like that's not something that would be abnormal. Sometimes people use relations with people as a way to get through grief, and that's totally fine. And however she needs to get through the grief of that's fine. Okay. But all I'm saying is I'm saying what I see. Okay. I'm saying what I see. All right. And what I see is she tried it a week after he passed. She was like, I'm taking over the business. And then she was taking off with Turning Point the week later. And next thing you know, she's grabbing JD Vance's hair. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying, as a guy who's been straight my whole damn life, anytime a girl has grabbed the back of my head or my hair like that, okay, that was not some that was woo. Just saying. Anytime a girl's grabbed the back of my hair like that, okay, that's been something else. All right. So that's all I'm saying. All right. But the man is gone. Okay. The man, in my opinion, wasn't a very good person while he was alive, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about him now that he's gone, which is why I normally just say I don't know who he is, because I'd rather just not have the conversation.
Well, then moving a little bit forward with it, right after that, there was still, however, I feel like the biggest show of the dichotomy between the left and the right, where the left celebrated the death of, celebrated his assassination, and when George Floyd died of an overdose, the whole left started rioting. There were multiple fatalities, looting, destruction of property. When Trump started deportations, there was the LA riots. There was more property damage and looting. And when one of the main pundits of the right got assassinated, there were vigils and prayers and just.
What happened when Donald Trump told you that he got the election stolen from him?
Are you going to try and bring up Jan 6?
Oh, you mean where they brought a gallows and that had Mike Pence's name on it and stormed the Capitol trying to kill senators?
How many people died?
One, thank goodness.
Yeah, and
Well,
it
one
was
that day,
not-
and then 2 others from strokes, and 140 police officers were injured.
And also, information has been coming out that there were A, far left people in that group who were trying to incite, and B,
Gotcha.
like
Well, then
FBI
there was
agents
then there
who
was
were also
far
trying
right
to
people
incite.
in the BLM protests and the LA stuff too.
I mean, you can try and argue that, but I can tell you that that is just blatantly not true.
Oh, gotcha. Because you don't like it.
Well,
yeah.
well,
there was
no, because
literally
we've seen-
thousands of convictions of people on the right that were doing it, including other people that have committed violence since then who were big Trump supporters, all people that Trump pardoned. If there were so many people there on the left that were inciting that violence, then how come Trump had to pardon all those people?
because here's what I will say. I know that, like, even on the right, there's been a lot of divide between the pardons, and what I have seen as an argument for it is that regardless of whether people regardless of what people did there, which again, there was 1 civilian death, no
3 actually,
no police
but
deaths.
2 police deaths
Again, from strokes that were
that were
unrelated.
caused based off of the violence of it.
Either way,
What do you mean either way? That's not either way. That's the facts.
it's a thing that's going to be disagreed on, so I say either way to
Gotcha. You know
continue
who
the
doesn't
conversation.
disagree on that? Their fucking family members, because they're fucking dead.
I'm sorry, you're going to try and guilt trip me with their family
I'm not trying
members while
to
you're
guilt trip
talking
you at
about-
all. You're trying to pretend like those police officers, for some reason, didn't die as a result of it because it fits your fucking narrative.
And you're trying to say Erica is happy that and moving on to JD Vance.
Cause she fucking is.
This is why I said either way, because
Cause
it is-
she fucking is, because that's the fucking reality of the situation. Okay? Cause she is. All right? Like just calling a duck, dude.
It's insane.
And if she is, fine. Whatever, dude. Have fun at it. I really couldn't give a shit. Whoever Erica Kirk is fucking is like truly none of my business, and I could not give a shit. Have fun, girl. I am sure, you're probably very, very relieved. Okay? But give me this shit about fucking, the left is celebrating his death. No prominent Democrat on the left was freaking celebrating his death. They were all talking about peace. They were all talking about ending political violence. They were all talking about these things.
There were 65 Democrat votes against disavowing the assassination of Charlie Kirk in, I believe, I forget if it was the Senate or the House, but
Disavowing the death? Oh, I'm sorry. What law is
Not disavowing the
What the
death.
fuck does that even mean? You don't. The House of Senate don't pass things on disavowing shit. It's not the fucking Republican National Convention or the Congregation of the Southern Baptist Church. What the fuck are you talking about?
I am blanking on the words, but let me collect it again. But with Melissa Hortman, whenever they had the vote of basically saying, hey, we condone the political violence, we think this was wrong, it was a unanimous vote, we think this was wrong. And with Charlie Kirk, there were 65 Democrats who voted against, saying, no, we think that what happened was wrong.
Sure, whatever you say. This is all a whole bunch of bullshit.
So
yeah,
again,
this
you come
entire
back
thing
to
that you're
where
saying
you
is
talk about facts,
an
and then
entire. Okay, cool. What vote was it? What were they voting on? I would love to look up this vote. I will gladly look up this vote right now. What vote
Let
are you
me
talking
pull
about?
it up.
Yeah, I would love to
Let me-
see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be great. Yeah. I have no idea what this guy is fucking talking about. Yeah. I usually say you drank the Kool-Aid, but I think this dude freaking like injected it. Also, why would the federal government have a vote on this for Melissa Hortman? This doesn't even make any fucking sense.
It's just, let's see, resolution honoring, so it's like a resolution honoring Melissa Hortman and condemning political violence, and then same with Charlie Kirk.
Resolution honoring Charlie Kirk. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Let's see.
58 no votes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have fucking voted for this shit either. This is a bunch of horse shit.
So first it didn't happen, and then now it's great that it happened.
No, I asked you to tell me that where it is, but I don't see anywhere in here where it says that there is freaking we're voting for like in favor or against political violence. That doesn't say that anywhere in here. I'm reading it right now. The first line of this thing. Whereas Charlie James Kirk, born October 14th, 1993, was a courageous American patriot. Right there, I don't vote for it. Because he wasn't. Whose life was tragically and unjustly cut short in an act of political violence on September 10th. That is true. His life was cut short at that event. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a devoted Christian who boldly lived out his faith with conviction, converge, and compassion. That's a fucking lie. Whereas Charlie Kirk was... Huh?
That's an opinion.
That's Charlie Kirk's opinion. What did Charlie Kirk say about... What did Charlie Kirk say about empathy?
Do you want it in context or...
Sure.
In context, he, at least, this is one that I might need to think a bit on to remember exactly, but yes, I know that he said that he did not care for empathy because he thought sympathy was much greater and much stronger.
No, he said empathy is an actual weakness. Okay? Mm-hmm. And having empathy is considered a part of compassion. Okay? So he was not compassionate.
Means you can say that you went through the exact same thing that someone else did. You'd know exactly how it feels.
He never said anything about that sympathy thing. That's a complete bold-faced lie. The rest of the whole context of it, and that's bullshit. But anyways,
I am talking about what the definition of empathy versus sympathy.
I'm very aware, and Charlie Kirk did not freaking say that whatsoever. That is complete bullshit. But regardless of any of that, whereas Charlie Kirk was a dedicated husband to his beloved wife, Erica Kirk, well, maybe he was dedicated, and a loving father to his daughter and son. I'm sure he is. Virtues of faith, fidelity, and fatherhood. Yeah, whatever. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a fierce defender of the American founding and its timeless principles of life, liberty, limited government, and individual responsibility. That's horseshit. He wanted life, liberty, all right, and individual responsibility for white people.
No.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, here's a fun one. Whereas Charlie Kirk became one of the most prominent voices in America, engaging in respectful civil discourse across college campuses, media platforms, and national platforms, always seeking to elevate truth, foster understanding, and strengthen the republic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a fucking break, dude. Nobody should have voted for this. Actually, if there was a Democrat that voted yes on this, I freaking want that Democrat fired.
Oh, you want? I think it was like 95 of them gone then.
Yeah, good. I'm cool with that.
I mean, I feel like my point's getting proven here with this conversation. So
that's totally fine, sir. You can think that your point is getting proven all you want. Okay. See, here on this live, okay, I don't care about your feelings. Okay. What I care about is the facts. Okay. And what you think is that there was supposed to be some roll call vote on some non-bill just circle jerking Charlie Kirk. Okay. And you think that everybody should have just all gotten in line. Okay. And freaking like just praised this man. Okay. For no fucking reason. Okay. Let me be very clear. Charlie Kirk was a YouTuber. who got worked in debates by undergrads. Okay? Melissa Hortman was an actual public official. Okay? Josh Shapiro, when his house was fucking burned down, is an actual governor
By left-wing
in our country.
Yes.
Okay? Joe Biden was the president of the United States. And when he came down with cancer, the horrific shit that I heard the fucking right say about him was fucking sad. Okay? And while Charlie Kirk's death is horrible, I truly, and I do mean this from the bottom of my heart, truly, I do not support the death and murder of anyone. Period. Especially freaking somebody, somebody that is speaking his mind, is doing all the thing. I think that is 100% horrific. All right? And I don't in any way condone it, nor do I think that it should have happened to Charlie Kirk. Okay? But at that same point, I am not going to sit here and pretend like Charlie Kirk was somebody that he wasn't. All right? I am going to say Charlie Kirk for exactly who he was. Okay?
You're going to say him for exactly who the media that you consumed said that he was.
All right, and what media was that?
Probably, I guess, would be the MSNBC.
Yeah, I don't watch
CNN,
that.
ABC.
Don't watch that either.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try. You know what I'm taking? You know what sir? You know what position I'm taking? I have a very actual unique position on the stance I'm taking. Okay? One that you don't have. One that most people don't have. Okay? I'm taking it from somebody, okay, who did what Charlie Kirk did from the other side. Right? Somebody who, shh, your turn to be quiet. Okay? Somebody that when he was still alive, I would have loved to sit on the other end of the table from him and absolutely dog walk him. Okay? I would have loved to have done that. Like, truthfully. Okay? I would have loved to have gotten on fucking whatever, Jubilee or whatever fucking, thing he wanted to be on. And I would have loved to walk on the other side of that table and debated Charlie Kirk and absolutely dog walked him. I would have loved to have done that. Okay? Truly, I really would have. Okay? And I believe that Charlie Kirk 100% had the right under the First Amendment and our Constitution to say what he said, even if I didn't agree with it. Okay? Truthfully, even if I didn't agree with it, I do 100% agree that he had the right to say what he said and it should not be subjected to violence over it. Okay? But I'm not going to pretend like he was a good person. Okay? I'm not going to. I'm just truly not going to. Okay? And I'm sorry. I hated that. Like, y'all, you ever watch Crowd? You ever watch like the First 48? Do you ever watch that show? You ever watch the First 48?
I have not.
Okay, awesome show. Love the show. All right, First 48. Right.
Where is it on?
I think it's on A&E actually. I think they discontinued it. Right, but I think it was on A&E. Right.
All right.
No matter, it's a show about them following like murder detectives. Right? Real life for the first 24 hours after a murder. Right?
Mm-hmm.
For the first 24 hours after a murder, they follow the detectives around. Right? Is it still on? That's great. I love that show. Okay? And every single show, the family's on there just being like, oh, he was such a sweet boy. Oh my God, I loved him. He just, he would give his shirt off his back to everyone. And he was just sweet. Like, he'd never hurt a fly. And then they go into, like, the evidence. They're like, this dude was a drug dealer that killed, like, all the people. Okay? Like, every single episode. But for some reason, in death, right, they get this glorified, like idea of who the person was. No, that person was a drug dealer. And the reason why they're dead is because they were dealing drugs. Okay? That's why they were dead, okay? Because they were in a gang, right? And they got shot in gang violence dealing drugs, okay? That's why they were dead, okay? They weren't a good person. And if they were a good person, they were doing a bunch of really horrible shit as a good person, all right? And I just refuse to just treat people different than they were, right? Like, I can condemn the violence that happens to someone and also not agree with their positions at all. Would not agree with their tactics, not agree with the things that they said, think that the things that they said and did were horrific, right? I can do that and also say that I don't want that person to be dead. Like I try to. I'm not happy that he was killed whatsoever. I'm truly not. All right? Like, and if Tyler Robinson was the one to do it, I hope they put him underneath the prison for it. Okay? Truthfully, I do. I hope they put him underneath the prison for it if he was the one that did it. All right? And I don't think that any other person, right, that whether that's on the left or the right, okay, or in the center or wherever they're at, right, should have their life taken away from them for their words. Okay? Truly don't. But who I am, and letting you guys know all out there, right? Who I am, right? Who I am right now, to you guys all out there, whoever it was, right? Whoever I am right now, whatever you feel about me, if I end up dead tomorrow, okay, don't you dare say anything about me that isn't exactly true of who the fuck I am. Straight the fuck up. Okay? I'm who I am. All right? Talk about me as who I am. Okay? I'm not perfect. Okay? Not in any way, shape, or form. But I am who I am. Talk about me for who I am. And I do the same thing for everybody else. Right? I do that for everybody else. And that includes Charlie Kirk. Is that fair?
I think that is a fair opinion to have. I think that's like the take that should be had for, again, all of this. Again, I think I will just continue to disagree on the fact that that is who Charlie Kirk was, but I don't see us really getting anywhere with discussing that point further. So,
sir, again, if you like Charlie Kirk, that's fine, man. Celebrate him for whoever you liked him for. Okay, just don't expect me to do the same. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not expecting any celebration. Yeah, no.
But I don't celebrate his death, but
yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. One thing.
No.
That I will say
make it real quick because I'm about done with this one.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say it might be the finishing thing was I don't know if you saw the whatever statistics they tried putting out about left-wing violence versus right-wing violence, political violence. But
yeah, I've seen many polls on that actually. Yeah, I've seen many polls on that actually.
Yeah, I will say I find that one pretty interesting because I've looked into those and what they consider left-wing violence and right-wing violence, because they say that right-wing political violence happens much more than left-wing political violence. Yet, again, we talked about quite a few things, found that none of the Summer of Love or the George Floyd riots, not a single person from that was listed, as well as there was one person, I believe it was Aaron Danielson. He was a Trump supporter who people went up to him and were like, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter?" Shouted, "We got a Trumper," shot him in the back of the head. That wasn't marked as political violence.
Yeah, highly doubt that's the fucking truth. But anyway, sir, political violence, right? When we're talking about political violence, there are strict things about that, all right? And it sounds like you're just making up just random shit, whatever you want to be like, oh, this is now political violence, and it's not, okay? Like, Charlie Kirk would probably be at the edge of what I consider political violence. Like, really. And that's about it. But anyways, I'm going to get off the phone now. Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, I'm like 99.999% sure that didn't fucking happen. But that's okay. Lovely Goddess, thank you so much for the $5. Said, so if you finish dead last in a race, can you claim that as the winner? I thought Trumpers didn't like participation trophies. Apparently they're real big into it now. Valkyrie, thank you so much for the corgi. I appreciate that. Princess, thank you so much for the $5. Said, oh my God, I swear this is the most sane I've heard someone speak about everything in so long. Keep it up. Selfishly, you help my sanity. No, I try. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Heck said, no, several people died that day. Babbitt, the cop, they don't tread on me. Flag lady, they got trampled on to death. Yeah, absolutely. There was a whole bunch of people that died. Not to mention they had stashes of weapons. It was horrific. But they like to forget about that really quickly, right? And Cowboy said, keep speaking the truth. Thank you so much, Cowboy, for the $10 super chat. W's the chat for all the huge support we got over there. I really, really appreciate y'all. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every single day, but Fridays. I am way past my time. And but I was actually having a good conversation on that last part, so I kept it going for a bit. But I will be back on tomorrow night about 7:30. You guys know, 7:30-ish. You guys know my Wednesdays are my late night because I go play tennis. So I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening, all right? Love you guys. See you guys later. Bye.